Hector Marinero was greeted by his hometown fans, and he did not disappoint them. It was poetry in motion as he exhibited the form that has made him the NPSL's leading season scorer and an offensive threat, bar none. Tonight, he faces the league's top goalkeeper in Chris Pete, whose skills might be an equal match for Marinero and the rest of the Crunch. It's Cleveland versus Wichita on the NPSL Game of the Week on Sports Channel America. You're looking at the CSU Convocation Center, one of downtown Cleveland's newest attractions, and home for tonight's battle between the Wichita Wings and the Cleveland Crunch. A game that is important to both teams, but for different reasons. You look at the American Division standings, the Cleveland Crunch right now have a playoff spot in 4th place, but only 2 games ahead of the Dayton Dynamo. Again, the top 4 teams make the playoffs. As for the Wichita Wings in the National Division, Wichita has already clinched a playoff berth, but now they're going after home field advantage, and right now that is not certain. Hello, everybody. I'm Dave Johnson, and this edition of the NPSL Game of the Week promises to be what you have to call a classic battle, the age-old battle of offense against defense. The Crunch has to be every goalkeeper's nightmare, while the Wings are every forward's headache. My partner tonight is Dave Phillips. And Dave, when we talk about offense, we have to talk about the Cleveland Crunch, and we have to talk about Hector Marinero.
Makes sense. They're the #1 scoring team in the league. He's the #1 scorer. How good a year is Hector Marinero having? He already has set a league record with 200 points. Still has plenty more soccer to play.
But a very tough Wings defense, and a Wings defense that also likes to push it forward sometimes.
Here's your other MVP candidate, Kim Runfed. What an all-around great player. He scores. Up until last week was the top of the Wings charts. He's their best defender. He's on the power play unit. He kills the penalties when the other team has a power play. He and Marinero right now definitely the top 2 players in the league.
And we're talking about playoff caliber teams between the woodwork, 2 very talented goalkeepers. And for Cleveland, Otto Orff is the guy that also starts the Crunch offense.
That's a great point, Dave. Otto Orff is like a center in basketball. He gets the rebound. He starts the fast break. When Wichita shoots, Hector Marinero and Zoran Karic go the other way. Orff has maybe the strongest arm in the league. If he can get the ball to those guys, Wichita's in trouble. And what more can we say about Wichita's goalkeeper, Chris Pete? He's got the best points against average and the most wins in the league. That's all you can ask for.
Okay, well, fasten your seatbelts. 2 longtime indoor rivals are set to do battle, a rock and roll sport in a rock and roll town. And we're back with the starting lineups after these messages.
This is a commercial for men. It's about men living longer, looking younger, feeling stronger. It's about Men's Health, the only magazine devoted to what men are concerned about most. Men's Health is full of information you can use every day. Smarter ways to eat, better ways to exercise, easy ways to beat stress, boost energy levels, and look and feel great. Learn how to flatten your stomach without dieting and sit-ups. What to do about thinning hair. How to reduce the signs of aging on your face and body. The diet that's best for your sex life. Every issue uncovers the latest medical and self-improvement breakthroughs and explains what they mean to you. Discover the new aphrodisiacs proven to perk up your sexual desire and performance. Or the astonishing mind machine that tunes up your brain waves to give you greater creativity and deeper relaxation. Men's Health even checks out the newest sports equipment and rates it for you. And you know the facts are straight. Men's Health is from America's leading health and fitness publisher. And now you can get a copy of 101 Men's Health Secrets free when you call for your trial subscription to Men's Health. Find out the secret to losing 10 pounds fast, to cutting your cholesterol 30 points in 30 days, to enjoying longer-lasting sex, and 98 other secrets every man should know. For your free book and 9 issues of Men's Health for $16.97, call this toll-free number. There's no risk, no obligation, and you can cancel anytime for a full refund and still keep the book. Try Men's Health today. It's about you, your health, your looks, your relationships. Isn't it about time?
We're back in Cleveland as this all-star city gets set for the Wichita Wings and the Cleveland Crunch. Starting lineups tonight, first for the Wichita Wings. In goal, it's Chris Pete. At the back, Kim Runfed and Kerry Woodbury. In the midfield, LeBaron Halleman and Beto. And up front, it's Dale Irvine.
The key for Wichita right now, number 19, LeBaron Halleman, is filling some pretty big shoes. The Wings' all-time leading scorer, Chico Borja, one of the great playmakers, is out with a hamstring injury.
All right, the starting lineup for the Cleveland Crunch tonight, Otto Orff between the woodwork, George Fernandez and Tim Tima at the back. The midfield has Tommy Tanner, and of course up front, it's Hector Marinero and the Z-Man, Zoran Karic. Your officials tonight, Steve Siomich, Slavko Ostojic, and Mark Del Toro. Gary Henley, the head coach tonight of the Cleveland Crunch, as he tries to guide his team into a playoff spot. And for the Wichita Wings, the all-star coach from the National Division, Roy Turner. So it's the Wichita Wings in the orange tonight with the blue shorts, the Cleveland Crunch, the red jerseys, red shorts, and the gold trim. And we are underway here from Cleveland again. The Wichita Wings, the top defensive club against the Cleveland Crunch, the top offensive club in the NPSL. That's Beto as he tries to work it forward. Woodbury now as the Wings enter the Crunch midfield. Halleman. Irvine now goes into the corner. The Wings trying to quickly come on the attack. Orff has to pin it against the boards, and already the Wings get the first shot, trying to shed that defensive image.
LeBaron Halleman took the shot. We told you just a second ago, he needs to replace Borja. That's a very good start for a young man whose confidence right now is soaring.
Fernandez now controls it for the Cleveland Crunch. Here you see Otto Orff coming out. He's good with his arm, but there he shows his skill with the feet. Hector Marinero now into the corner, using the boards. Hector trying to work on Beto. Puts it off the boards. Zoran Karic off his left foot, but Pete able to field the grounder. Now the long outlet by Pete to Dale Irvine into the corner. Off the glass, and this is going to go over the glass, and we're going to have a goal kick coming up for the Cleveland Crunch.
Here's how Wichita is choosing to play Cleveland's great players. Kim Runfed, number 5, is going to take number 16, Zoran Karic, man for man up front. He's going to go everywhere Karic goes. They're going to let Marinero run free, figuring that Karic is the creator here. So Karic is walking off the field now. Runfed's going to follow him. They want to keep Kim fresh. Whenever Zoran Karic is out for Cleveland, the Wings are going to bring in Kim Runfed. That's an interesting strategy. It's something Wichita usually does not do.
But Zoran Karic already with, you give him a little bit of daylight, he already has a shot on goal. So Karic, not only a creator, but he can also put into the strings when he's called upon. The Cleveland Crunch will control. This is Walter Schlotthauer. Puts it back to Otto Orff. Orff now using the well-publicized arm, trying to get it to Mark Thomas along the right wing boards, and it'll be a free kick coming up for the Cleveland Crunch. Foul on the Wichita Wings. Just underway here from the CSU Convocation Center. Again, the last time these two teams met, it went to overtime with Cleveland winning in Wichita. So we expect more of the same tonight, a tight ball game. The Crunch to work off the free kick. The Wings, good defense on the part of Eichmann. And now Otto Orff will have to collect in his half of midfield. The goalkeeper out. He'll chip it upfield for Thomas. And we're going to have a foul coming up, I believe, on the Cleveland Crunch. So a free kick for the Wings in their defensive third.
One other thing to watch for the Wichita team in front of Chris Pete, the goalkeeper, who's picking up the ball. A lot of teams will come into this building and back off of Cleveland, play a very low pressure. Roy Turner, the coach, says, I don't have the horses to do that. I have to go hard at those two. Zoran Karic taking the drink and Hector Marinero. So Chris Pete, who's out across the yellow line, is going to have a lot of time right now to set up because his players are going to push at Cleveland, make a play. What that should create, Dave, is a very exciting game for the fans.
Now the Wings getting it once again to the Crunch defensive third. This is Eddie Henderson trying to knife it through back to Brian Inge in the midfield. The Wings now trying to work it through midfield. This is Inge. Puts it into the corner. Eichmann. Eichmann gets it stolen away by Alabi. Now the Crunch trying to control it in their defensive third. Having trouble. Inge on the half volley, and Carbonero with the block in traffic. The Wings try to come up with their half of midfield. Thomas steals it away. Nice ball for Alabi, but a couple steps ahead and pushed back to Chris Pete. Pete now steps into midfield.
You're going to see this a lot. Chris Pete is past the yellow line. He'll come past the halfway line. If they give him room, he'll run all the way into the other team's third and shoot.
Inge on the fly, but good defense on the part of the Crunch. but the Wings maintain possession. This is Tim Tima. Tima, nice ball for Marinero. Here's Karich. He's open left side. Pete comes out to force Karich to put it wide, and now the Wings control it momentarily, although Marinero will get it back, and Tima controls it as the Crunch will work it up through midfield.
Here's the matchup Cleveland wants.
And they
I
get
told
it.
you.
And they get it. It's in the net. A goal for the Cleveland Crunch, and Tommy Tanner just lost it by Chris Pete.
It's not a thing of beauty. In fact, watch as he comes across, he mishits the ball. This is a terrible break for Wichita. The ball just spun up high, and Chris Pete didn't have a chance, but Tanner has a goal. Cleveland's in front early, 2-0. Gary Henley wants his team to get in front because if Wichita has a weakness, they actually have been outscored 104-93 in the first period, but they have huge advantages in the other three. Cleveland, they've outscored teams 143-117 in the opening frame. It's a lot of numbers, but the key is if Cleveland gets ahead of Wichita, they're in very good shape. If they get behind, they're in big trouble.
And that would stand to reason with Wichita being so strong on defense. Certainly you don't want to get behind because the Wings have proven all season that when they do get the lead, they can protect it. Now this is Woodbury working upfield for the Wichita Wings. Ricochet off the board, swatted away by Orff, and Orff controls it. So Cleveland off to the early start of the goal by Tommy Tanner. And Tanner happy to have that one as he just lofted it off of Beto and actually fooled goalkeeper Chris Pete. This is Beto with the ball for the Wichita Wings. Talented midfielder. This is Kim Runbet. Danish Dynamite, they call him. Back to Beto as he tries to approach the Crunch yellow line. Poked away nicely by Tanner. Now here comes the Crunch. This is Karich. Karich fires it to the net. A three-pointer. It's in the net. And another goal for the Cleveland Crunch.
Sometimes things go right. This is another deflection. I'll tell you, it's a sweet three-point goal in the scorebook, but watch what happens again. Karich's shot bounces into the corner. There's nothing a goalkeeper can do. Look at Chris Pete. It's unbelievable. Cleveland's taken 2 shots, ones that usually wouldn't cause any trouble, and they're ahead 5-0.
The Crunch leading the Wichita Wings 5-0. Zoran Karich, the MVP of the All-Star game, getting the goal, the three-pointer. So the Crunch go ahead 5-0 on the Wichita Wings. Back with more. Don't go away.
First edition, all new Pacific's 1993 Premier Edition National Professional League Trading Cards. A complete set, 110 super high gloss cards featuring players from all 13 teams. Order this Premier Edition collector set today. Only $12.95 including shipping and handling for all the action, all the stats, and all your favorite soccer stars. Order your official NPSL 110 card set now by calling toll-free 1-800-551-2002. Only $12.95. Visa and MasterCard accepted. Allow 4 to 6 weeks delivery. These cards are a kick.
There are 13 teams in the National Professional Soccer League, but they only wear one brand of gear, Patrick. The NPSL is a league of fast-paced, exciting soccer, and the stars of the NPSL demand only the best. Whether it's Patrick jerseys, shorts, bags, warm-ups, shin guards, sandals, or shoes. So play like the pros of the NPSL and soccer players around the world. Insist on Patrick at your local sporting goods or soccer store. Patrick, the official supplier of the NPSL. Play with the soccer ball of the pros, Candace, the official soccer ball of the National Professional Soccer League. Guaranteed for long-lasting high performance. Hand-stitched for superior quality, uniquely designed. Candace, the soccer ball of the pros. Available at soccer specialty stores everywhere. When soccer is the game, Candace is the name. Candace, the official soccer ball of the National Professional Soccer League. Candace for your team or league. A soccer ball that's one kick ahead of all the others.
We're back here in Cleveland where the Crunch have stormed out to a 5-0 lead over the Wichita Wings. Tommy Tanner from Tim Tima at 256 and Zoran Karich from Tanner at 327, a three-pointer. The difference in the game, the Wichita Wings calling a timeout, trying to come first. The Crunch right now 12-4 when they score first, so things looking Cleveland's way right now. But again, this is mid-March, and at this time you can almost sometimes throw out the numbers. You never know what will happen on the carpet.
You've thrown down the gauntlet. I'm going to match you stat for stat. The Wichita Wings have come from behind to win 14 of their 22 games.
We'll have to get out a calculator by the end of the night, all these numbers. It's that time of year. Well, they had to negotiate with this guy. There we go. He's got to look at his NPSL rule book. Sometimes you're allowed to keep it. The other night at the All-Star game, Of course, all the players kicked out balls. He was probably here. He probably took one home. He was trying to complete the set. The crunch now, Sean Medved, as they try to come back on the attack again. Again, leading 5-0. Ball played in the box intended for Mark Thomas. Velasco shields him and goes back to Chris Pete. Pete on the outlet for Eddie Henderson. All 5-1 of Eddie Henderson. Ryan Inge. And the wings will work it back to midfield. Velasco dumps it for Irvine in the left corner. He's marked by Fernandez. This will be a good matchup to watch tonight. From long distance, Velasco, he'll send it downtown. And we'll have a goal kick coming up again for the Cleveland Crunch as Velasco surveying to see where it went in the seats.
Arturo's not a scorer. He's a pure defender. First in the league in blocks 2 years ago with Milwaukee. Second last year. Gary Henley, the Cleveland coach, wants Velasco to shoot from out far. He doesn't want to see Irvine taking that shot in close.
I'll tell you, when you look at the intensity on Gary Henley's face, it does not look like that of a coach who is up 5-0. But keep in mind, he's fighting for a playoff spot. And he probably thinks it's too good to be true. Again, this team, the Cleveland team, racked by injuries this year. They've lost 90 games to injuries, the 90-man games to injuries. And he's had trouble keeping the same lineup out there. The wings trying to come up with it midfield. Jerry Woodbury. Woodbury, the right guard. Now the wings working forward. This is Irvine. Irvine taken on the wing by Tanner. Tanner now trying to clear it out for the crunch. The work continues on the boards, and we're going to get a foul coming up on the wing, so free kick for the crunch. Zoran Karic now. Karic lost it into the corner for Hector Marinero. Cleared out by Woodbury. LeBaron Holloman rather. He's bumped off the ball by Tim Teeman. It'll be a free kick coming up the wings in their own half of midfield.
It's not unusual. Tim Teeman playing in his 312th game tonight. That's more than anyone else. He also has the rather dubious distinction of being the all-time leader in fouls and penalty minutes. He'll put an arm into you. Number 17 lets you know he's there.
Oh, he's the veteran. He says he feels every block he's ever taken in the NPSL. 312 straight games. This is Rundved. The wings looking to work it forward. Holloman in the left corner. Works it back to Woodbury in the midfield. Now Woodbury approaches the yellow line, fires, and Orff has to get down on the carpet to pounce on it. And he does. And Orff quickly on the outlet, but again, Rundved, the cagey defender, back to poke it out of the wings' defensive third. The wings looking for the counterattack. Holloman dumps it into the corner. Out for it is Orff. Now Karic. The crunch working forward. Marinero. Off the boards. Maintains possession. And he's dumped there by Eichmann, but no call. Teeman now has possession to Karic. Loose at midfield. Holloman comes up with a loose ball for the wings. Nice ball over to Beto. Beto will slow things down for the wings. Rundved has it at midfield. The wings not trying to force it. They don't want to get out of their game. They're only down 5-0. Rundved fires from long distance on the one-hop, or has to scoop it up. And the crunch leads 5-0 with 8:54 left here in this first quarter. Tima on the fly. Mark Thomas. There's a mismatch. Thomas on Henderson. Thomas puts it over the glass, and we're going to have a kick-in coming up for the wings.
Mark Thomas, number 19 for Cleveland. You see him at midfield. He's a gamer. He's on the All-Madden team. This guy had a game February 4th against Detroit. His teeth were knocked out. He had a gash over his right eye. He had 4 hours of oral surgery. He played the next night. He scored 4 points.
That would make the All-Madden team.
We'll give you your Wichita member of the All-Madden team in just a second, because they've got a tough guy, too.
Chris Pete for the wings. Chips it upfield. Irvine now. Left wing along the boards. The right guard. It's poked away by Thomas. Now the wings, Chris Pete retrieves it. You see Pete now, he'll start to work it up, and you see the kind of room he has to work with there. The crunch letting him step into midfield. And you look at Henderson in the center circle, and you see now that the crunch picks up the players once they get to the midfield strike. Massimo Lobby trying to win it for the crunch, and he does. Carbonero now on the fly. Here comes the crunch. At the yellow line, Carbonero. And he'll elect to put it back to George Fernandez. Good chance to look at just all the activity that goes on in midfield. Now into the corner to Mark Thomas. The crunch back on attack. Ricochet off the boards. The Lobby shot is blocked, but Carbonero controls it. for the Crunch.
This is a good sign for Wichita. This is the second line, not the star line. And they're playing very well. They're staying with Cleveland right now. If they can do that, the game is not going to turn into a Crunch blowout.
Good defensive move by Eddie Henderson as Pete missed it as he went for the ball in the corner. 7:29 left, first quarter. Fernandez trying to put it upfield. Knocked away by the wings, and Otto Orff will have to retrieve. A long ball by Orff to Olabi. Olabi heads into the corner to Mark Thomas. Thomas gets down on the carpet. Trying to shovel it out in front, but the wing's able to clear it. This is Tim Tima now. Tima. Thomas chest traps it down, looking to turn. He'll have to poke it out front to Fernandez. Fernandez traps it down. Henderson, all 5-1 of them, challenge it. Medved knocks it forward. But the wing's able to control. This is Velasco. And the wing's down by 5. Irvine at the yellow line. Irvine. Couple of steps, gets it on the wing to Henderson. He has to trap it down. Goes back to Inge. Velasco and the wings. Again, giving their half the midfield to work with. Oops. Chris Pete has to come up big as Karich is almost off to the races. Pete clears it out. Now the Crunch try to control. Ball intended for Karich, takes the bounce, and now Pete demonstrably grabs that ball, and he's probably one unhappy goalkeeper because right now the wing's looking a bit at 6s and 7s.
Here comes Kim Rundved, who takes a long shot. Rundved, Karich, the matchup. Zoran Karich doesn't want to come with Kim Rundved into the Wichita third because that tires out a forward. He wants to use his energy at the other end. Look for Rundved to take a lot of shots like that. If Karich isn't going to follow him, Kim Rundved's a good enough player. He can go ahead and score for Wichita.
And Rundved right back in the fray. And Rundved with the ball, but Tanner all over him. Probably more of an equal match, Tanner and Rundved is. Tanner will match Rundved energy for energy. Oliver to Woodbury as the wings try to win the 50-50 balls at midfield and work it forward. Eichmann, nice ball control. Beto crosses the yellow line. Right of the arc, trying to put it in the box. He has an open shot, fires. Great reaction save by Orff. And we're going to have a whistle and a foul coming up on the Wichita Wings. Beto. It'll be a free kick for the Crunch as Hector Marinero getting right in the fray.
The Wichita player chasing after the ball and chasing Otto Orff. Outdoor soccer fans are going to recognize him. He's Eric Eichmann, played on the World Cup team for the United States in 1990 in Italy. Eric Eichmann, also a player in '88 who went to Seoul.
Look at Beto. Look at this, how he stays with it, the perseverance, and with the right foot, it would have been easier to take the left-footed shot, but he took the right-footed shot, and that's why Orff had to make the save. Medved now, and Henderson takes him one-on-one. Henderson wins the ball. But then Henderson gets sandwiched gets crunched between two Crunch players, and also draws the foul, so it'll be a free kick for the Wichita Wings. With 4:53 left in the first quarter. Again, the Crunch leading 5-0. Look at that.
I'm not sure Eddie got hit that hard. There may be a little self-propulsion. Here's what we were talking about. Chris Pete coming to the Cleveland yellow line.
Colin Pele Pete, now Woodbury. Dumps it into the box, or forced to make the foot save. Right guard. Trying to fake out an old veteran, Hector Marinero. Marinero goes to the carpet. This time Marinero gets the call.
Chris Pete loves to come forward. There's the Wichita goalkeeper. He turned the game earlier this season for Wichita by actually racing all the way down to the end. Wichita trailing, took a shot. He missed, but the crowd went crazy, came back into it. Wichita came from behind to beat Chicago. They were trailing by 10 in the fourth quarter. So they're a team that's not out of a game, and Chris Pete loves to help his offense.
Orff lobs it upfield. He's got Karich. Karich neatly turns on it, but can't get a crisp shot off, and Chris Pete is able to collect it. Pete now returns the outlet. And we're going to have a free kick coming up for the Wichita Wings. Foul on George Fernandez. They went to the position for the header. Look at Chris Pete, who launched that downfield. And again, the goalkeeper so involved in the offense of indoor soccer. Rundved approaches the ball, dumps it over to Woodbury. He fires it on the carpet. Nice block by George Fernandez. Now Karich and Woodbury jostling in midfield. Ball goes in the Wings bench. And we have a kick-in coming up for the Wichita Wings. 5 left here in the first quarter. Crunch 5, Wings nothing. Stay with us. Back with more.
If you're balding or have thinning hair, wouldn't you rather look like this? Introducing Instant Hair Plus, the amazing hair thickener that gets rid of bald spots and thickens your hair in an instant.
What I like about Instant Hair Plus is it looks totally natural. Even up close, nobody can tell that I'm using it.
Instant Hair Plus is easy to use and is not a paint-on or cover-up. It clings to your hair and actually builds it up, thicker and thicker right before your eyes. Now, can you tell where the bald spot was?
I could not believe how full it actually made your hair look.
Instant Hair Plus comes in 5 natural colors, one just right for you, and it's only $19.95. Try it for 30 days risk-free. And if you don't agree that Instant Hair Plus is the next best thing to growing hair, just return it for a prompt refund.
To order, call 1-800-238-3100 or send $19.95 plus shipping and handling to P.O. Box 4670, Omaha, Nebraska. Be sure to indicate your hair color or call now 1-800-238-3100.
Cleveland, the Crunch lead the Wings 5-0, and there he is, the smallest man in all of professional sports. Eddie Henderson of the Wichita Wings, 5'1", 140 pounds, and that size actually may be an asset.
Well, actually, the way I like to think of it is Coach Ziggy Smith once said about me that I'm kind of the person who represents everybody in the stands, the underdog, so to speak, someone who never really made it at sports, so they get behind me, and I take pride in that.
There he is, Eddie Henderson, using that size well on the indoor carpet. 5'1", 140 pounds, and he's battling for the underdog. He could be popular in Cleveland.
He's popular in Milwaukee. He played with Milwaukee last year. They printed up all their pocket schedules for the year with Eddie Henderson's picture on it because everyone loved him. But then they traded him to Wichita before the start of the season. So in the Wichita Wings office, there are 50,000 Milwaukee pocket schedules with Eddie's picture on them.
Call for details. Alabi with the turn on the shot, and Pete makes the chest save. Again, the Crunch leading this game 5-0. The Wings, though, have had their moments and had their opportunities, but nothing in the back of the net as of yet. Dale Irvine. Irvine works along the boards. Alabi chases him in the midfield. Inge now controls it over to Velasco. Arturo Velasco at the midfield stripe will dump it back to Inge. Again, you get a chance to look at the midfield work and all the activity that happens between the yellow lines. Of course, Chris Pete, no stranger to midfield. Velasco will work it forward, looking for Irvine. Irvine looking to get the bouncer and get the turn. Tima knifes right in there to prevent the shot. Now Tima trying to clear it out. Dangerously puts it out front. The Crunch control. Now the Crunch off to the races. This is Thomas, but Dave Reichart comes from behind, steals it away, and then Thomas had to do the jersey duck because they couldn't believe that Reichart caught up with him.
Wichita bench wanted 2 minutes on that. There were enough Cleveland defenders back, but the referee isn't going to give the call. They're working Steve Siamos, trying to get the next one.
Have to start early from Steve Siamos. Velasco. Thomas takes it to the corner. Velasco puts it on the boards. Money bound. Orff had trouble with it. Finally, Orff collects it. The boards sometimes can be a nightmare for the goalkeepers. But Orff on that occasion able to pin it and control it. Loose in midfield, Holloman, and he'll put it into the stands while the kick is coming up for the Cleveland Crunch.
Wichita right now, actually, Gary Henley, I think, has a right to be concerned. Wichita's doing something very well. They gave up a couple of soft goals early, got behind 5-0. Cleveland's a great team. Don't let their record fool you. They're only 19-15. They're good. They get rolling. They can blow you out. Wichita stopped the bleeding. They've got them held right now at 5. That's what Wichita wants to do. Get out of this quarter. Don't let Cleveland score anymore. Then turn it loose in the second.
There you see the matchup between Rundved and Karich. Rundved wins on that occasion, but the ball in the midfield for Schlotthauer. And now the Crunch control once again. The Crunch have had the better of the ball possession. Marinero upfield. Marinero working the boards. Couple of juggles. Puts it out front of the yellow line to Carbonero. Carbonero back to Schlotthauer, and they try to work it around. Eichmann patrolling in the midfield for the Wichita Wing. Now the Crunch take a few steps backward. This is Orff. His outlet again for Marinero. Marinero able to control in the corner, but Rundved comes through to get it back to his goalkeeper, Chris Pete. Minute 31 left in the first quarter. Again, Wichita in the orange, Cleveland in the red. Eddie Henderson now. Going forward, he likes to put it back to Rundved. Rundved now across the yellow line. Nice block by Carbonero. Now Karich is off to the races. They have 3-on-1 to the Crunch. To Marinero at the doorstep, but it was wide, and the Wings dodge a bullet. This is Henderson speeding upfield. Carbonero trailing.
You want my personal guarantee right now. Karich is not going to miss another 3-on-1 tonight.
Not often do we see that. Here we go, Marinero, one-on-one with Runfed, but now the Wings are going to get back. Marinero fires, blocked by Runfed. Marinero stays with it. Pete has to come out. Marinero controls. Now to Tommy Tanner. Tanner the ricochet. Marinero, he's dangerous at any point of the box. Stolen away by the right card for the Wings. Right card. He's in some trouble. Double team. Tanner wins the ball along the boards. Tanner ricochet off the boards. It's loose in the box. Chris Pete has to come out and get a paw on it. And he had to lunge after that one. He's had some tenuous moments so far.
Chris Pete is a very, very good goalkeeper. He doesn't mind having the action come at him. He's physical. He'll come out and give and take a little. He's well served in tight. Don't let his size fool you. He's only 5'9". He doesn't mind mixing it up. A 3-on-1 break with Zoran Karic leading it. This is money in the bank 9 times out of 10. He's going to play the ball like he should to the far post, and both of them, both players from Cleveland who were down low couldn't get it in. The ball came with a little too much speed on it for him.
What do you think they'll work on training in next week? The Cleveland Crunch. Gary Henley will have him do that play over and over again.
Like I said, it's the Dave Phillips guarantee. If that happens again tonight, they score. Gary Henley's not worried. He's not worried at all. If he can get Zoran Karic breaking away like that, we talked about it in the pregame. That's Cleveland's game. They want that counterattack. Those guys are so good when they get the numbers advantage. They're fine.
All right, well, that'll do it for the first 15 minutes of soccer on the carpet in Cleveland. And the Cleveland Crunch lead the Wichita Wings 5-0. 5-0 lead for the Cleveland Crunch. And we'll be back with the second quarter after these messages. Stay with us.
There are 13 teams in the National Professional Soccer League, but they only wear one brand of gear, Patrick. The NPSL is a league of fast-paced, exciting soccer, and the stars of the NPSL demand only the best. Whether it's Patrick jerseys, shorts, bags, warm-ups, shin guards, sandals, or shoes. So play like the pros of the NPSL and soccer players around the world. Insist on Patrick at your local sporting goods or soccer store. Patrick, the official supplier of the NPSL. Play with the soccer ball of the pros, Candace, the official soccer ball of the National Professional Soccer League. Guaranteed for long-lasting high performance. Hand-stitched for superior quality, uniquely designed. Candace, the soccer ball of the pros. Available at soccer specialty stores everywhere. When soccer is the game, Candace is the name. Candace, the official soccer ball of the National Professional Soccer League. Candace for your team or league. A soccer ball that's one kick ahead of all the others.
It's another soccer doubleheader with the Harrisburg Heat next weekend at the Farm Show Arena. Friday, March 19th, it's family night for a 7:35 kickoff versus the Chicago Power. Sunday, it's a 6:05 start against the Detroit Rockers. The first 2,000 fans Sunday receive a water bottle courtesy of Roaring Spring. Also on Sunday, the Philly Fanatics will be making a guest appearance throughout the game. Order your tickets now by calling 717-652-HEAT.
We're back in Cleveland. The Crunch lead Wichita 5-0. Elvis doesn't show up in Atlanta, but he shows up in Cleveland.
I'll tell you what, this is real disappointing to see Elvis here instead of Kansas City. The Kansas City Attack last month promised every fan in attendance $500 if the real Elvis showed at their game. They tried to entice Elvis. Every fan got a free jelly donut. They thought if they had 2,000 jelly donuts in one place, the king would go. I went to the game. I was hoping for the big payoff. No Elvis. He shows up in Cleveland, unless I'm mistaken. We don't get anything.
No jelly donuts here and no goal for Elvis. You look at the first quarter stats, the score, the Crunch all over it, but the Wings actually out shooting the Crunch 8-6. The blocks there, the Crunch with the lead 4-2 and 4-2 in the saves department. We're underway here in the second quarter of play. Again, the Crunch out of that 5-0 lead on the Wichita Wings. The Wings looking to get it back in a hurry. They're in the orange, the Crunch in the red. Dale Irvine. Nice pass to Holloman. He fires, but misses by a couple of inches. Beto on the right wing, now to Irvine. Irvine in the corner, looking to work. Fires a shot. Orff has to read it in traffic. And Orff comes up with it. Now he looks downfield, hurls it. Long ball for Carbonero, and rather Karic, and Karic gets a foot on it. But Pete with the save. Karic, he was salivating for that ball to come down. Runfed pokes it forward. Irvine dumped to the carpet. We'll get a foul on Cleveland and a free kick coming up for the Wichita Wings just to the left of the box.
Here's where Wichita really misses Chico Borja. He's one of the greats in the game. Compare him with Pato Marhetic, Chicago's player coach, on the ball. They'll let Beto take his place. He's done a pretty good job in Chico's absence. Fernandez knocks Irvine down. Wichita has to make Cleveland pay by scoring on this set piece.
Fernandez protecting the box. Beto now with the free kick again. This in effect a corner kick almost for the Wichita Wings. So great position here. Dumps it out front. Woodbury cranks and fires. Orff with the save. Now the Crunch trying to clear it, and Orff is able to get his paws on it, and he'll look forward and now make sure he's got everything on cue. The last time he hurled it downfield, it started the counterattack. Here we go again. Carriage with a foot on it goes to Marinero. Marinero dumps it all the way back to Fernandez. Fernandez heads it forward. Tanner to the chest trap, but Eddie Henderson comes up with it. Henderson puts it over his head, but now Marinero will put it skyward. The header. Carriage, and Carriage dumped it short this time by Runbed. So Carriage working on Runbed well. Runbed says, hey, he fell down. So we're going to have a free kick coming up for the Cleveland Crunch.
Kim Runbed is just one of the greatest indoor soccer players ever. A defender who can score. He wears the captain's armband. He is the unquestioned leader on the Wichita Wings. He's going to stand in the way of a Zoran Karic shot, so he deserves a medal for valor.
Karic, though, runs over it. Marinero dumps it to Karic. Now Karic trying to get it back to Marinero. Good block by Runbed. 2 blocks by Runbed. Now Tanner gets in the middle to help out, and Karic will control it. Henderson getting in the act for the Wichita Wings. Everybody taking a shot at Karic. He falls again in his trip by Runbed. So Runbed and Karic, this match continues to develop. We talked about it at the outset. And Runbed does not want to give Karic any space, because if Karic has any opening at all, he can just blast it home. You look at Chris Pete here, he's going to try to form the wall, and he's going to need a wall because you've got a guy like Karic that's going to be potentially firing a shot off. So Karic and Marinero, you look at the wall, it's Irvine and Runbed. Don't envy those guys at all. 15 feet away from the ball. Your insurance agent would not let that go by. Marinero fires a shot, goes for the follow-up. Runbed now. Irvine pokes it forward, but the Crunch controlling midfield. Now Fernandez mistraps it, and there'll be over and back violation on the part of the Cleveland Crunch. Again, once you push it out of your own defensive third, you can't push it back. Quick restart. Henderson in the corner. He'll put it back out to Woodbury. Woodbury now for the Wichita Wings. Thomas meets him. Woodbury, instead of going forward, puts it over to Beto. Beto now for Woodbury. We're just underway here in the second quarter in Cleveland. The Wings are trailing 5-0. Henderson now spins around, gives it back to Woodbury. Woodbury fires a shot. Orff makes the foot save, and Fernandez puts it back to his goalkeeper. Now Orff, here's the outlet. It's a lobby that'll chase this. The Wings control and put it back to Chris Pete. A lobby used to be known as Kumba.
Yeah, you mentioned a lobby. What a great luxury when Karic and Marinero, the top 2 scorers in the league, go off. They put on Nasima Lobby, number 10 in the red. He scored 100 points on the year.
Especially effective in short-handed situations. Velasco now for the Wichita Wings. The Wings at the yellow line. Nice ball into the corner. It's trouble, but it goes to the left corner now, and Tim Tima controls it for the Cleveland Crunch. He pokes it out. Chris Pete, Eichmann going after it, and we're going to have a kick-in coming up for the Cleveland Crunch from their own defensive third.
A high cholesterol level is bad for you. On the other hand, there's good cholesterol. Does that remark confuse you too? Because there are many contradictory statements on health thrown at you every day, you need the Wellness Letter, the University of California, Berkeley newsletter on nutrition, fitness, and stress management. Delivered once a month, the Wellness Letter sorts out fact from fiction and makes the confusing understandable. Written in easy-to-read language, it's vital information the whole family can benefit from. Call today for your free issue and also receive free this 48-page book, Wellness Made Easy. 101 tips to start you on the wellness path now.
Call 1-800-238-3100.
We'll bill you $15 for 11 more issues. If you're not satisfied, return your bill marked cancel. You keep the free issue and the exclusive book, Wellness Made Easy.
Call 1-800-238-3100. That's 1-800-238-3100.
Don't wait for a dental emergency to happen. Get DenTemp today and be prepared. Caps and crowns can loosen unexpectedly and cause embarrassment. Fillings can fall out and cause pain and discomfort. DenTemp was developed by a dentist to temporarily replace loose caps and lost fillings until you can see your dentist. DenTemp helps you avoid unnecessary pain, helps eliminate embarrassment. Don't suffer needlessly. Get DenTemp today. Call now for more information and money-saving coupons.
1 and 2, Hector Marinero, 200 points. Zoran Karic with 175. And after that is Rudy Pikuzinski with 139. It was the Blizzard and Crunch developing quite a rivalry. John Perry of Kansas City, Gino DeFlorio, and Sean Bowers, of course, all members of the All-Star team as well. Sean Medved now to Carbonero as the Cleveland Crunch look to go the other way. This is a lobby. Carbonero, now Carbonero. The defender has to step forward. Maintains possession. And he'll dump it back to Sean Medved. And the Crunch with the lead 5-0. The Wings yet to penetrate Otto Orff and company. Orff puts it through midfield, but can't get it to the lobby as he was tangled up with Velasco. Now Chris Pete will go on one of his forays in the midfield. Pete puts it into the corner. Eichmann gets it back out to Velasco. Velasco to Inge. Inge from Harvard University to Eichmann. Swept away by Thomas. Thomas puts it upfield, no one there.
The Wichita Wings, as we said at the start of the period, stopped the bleeding. Cleveland got in front 5-0 inside the first 3 minutes of the game. What Roy Turner is asking them to do now is get back, stop Zoran Karic, Hector Marinero, play honest defense. They've done that. Now Wichita will wait for the counterattacks to come the other way. This isn't a counterattack. Cleveland's got the defense back. This is not likely a situation where Wichita is going to score. They want to wait until they can break the other way.
Schlotthauer working on a Holloman. Holloman comes up with it. Now out front to Reichart. Reichart still free around the top of the box. Velasco now will come up with the ball for the Wings. The Wings stringing a lot of passes together. They still have not gotten a shot off. The ball played forward. The Crunch control. Medved trying to come up with it. Now this is Eichmann. Eichmann and the lobby go at it. Now we're going to have a foul coming up on Eichmann and a free kick for the Cleveland Crunch. So there's any disappointment as you look at the score of the Crunch leading the Wichita Wings 5-0. Disappointment for the Wings in that they are working the ball around, but not getting the shots off, although they, in fact, lead in this quarter 3-2 so far. Tima gets down on the carpet to poke it away. Now the Wings try to come through midfield. Reichart goes into the corner using that speed. Orff has to come down on the carpet, put his face on the line. He does, and he's got the ball. The long outlet. That's who he's looking for. He's found him. This is Zoran Karic, the Z-man. But Velasco intervenes for Wichita to put it back to Chris Pete. Now Pete. He lofts one forward. Headed away by George Fernandez. Beto, though, will control it momentarily. But Tima sweeps it off the line for the Crunch. Now Marinero coming through midfield. He's tripped up. The loose ball. This is Karic. Karic puts it across the box. And Eddie Henderson is right there to knock it away. And it's a good thing he was. Eddie Henderson going on the carpet. 5'1" of Eddie Henderson. That's all that stood in the way of a pass to Hector Marinero. You see Marinero getting tangled up. Nice roll.
Credit the referee there. Was it a foul? You bet it was. Why didn't they call it? Because Cleveland had the advantage. They kept coming 2-on-1. If the referee had called the foul and blown the whistle, it would have completely taken Cleveland out of the situation. You call a foul because the other team gets an advantage by doing something illegal. Steve Siamos let play go, and Cleveland almost scored.
Karic on the restart at the doorstep. It's in the net, over the line. That'll count. It's a 2-point goal for the Cleveland Crunch. Chris Pete cannot believe it. But it is indeed a 2-point goal for the Cleveland Crunch. And now they go ahead 7-0. There's Tim Tima right there. Let's see if it crosses the line. Tima sliding.
Here we go. Here's a good angle at it. You should never let the ball through there. Tima's shot, yeah, it clearly had gone all the way across the line. The entire ball has to go over for it to count. Chris Pete is frustrated because his wall allowed the ball to go through. If somebody's open at the far post, anyway, Elvis could have scored that one if he would have been out.
I don't know. I saw him take the kick earlier. Now look at Chris Pete. He says, the heck with this. I have to help out on the offense. So Pete knocks it forward. Tima, who just got the goal for Cleveland, will now control it for the Crunch. So Tima A hard-nosed defender gets into the scoring book on the assist from Zoran Karic at 5:14 of the second quarter. Long ball by Fernandez, a little bit too long as it goes into the corner, and it'll be a kick-in coming up the Wichita Wings. But Chris Pete tonight, a very talented goalkeeper, but at times he's looked a bit shell-shocked, and I don't think it's been his fault. It's just been in all 3 goals. You could point to instances where he really kind of got left hanging on the line.
Well, the first 2, the score is 7-0 Cleveland. 2 two-point goals and a 3-pointer. Tim Tima got the goal right there. Tima's all alone at the far post and just walks it into the goal. The other 2 were both deflections. So, no, there's not a thing Chris Pete could have done so far.
Tima's still smiling about it.
He's a defender. He didn't get to score much. Of course he's happy.
Tima with 302 games in the NPSL. Woodbury fires a shot. Orff takes it on the face. You make a save any way you can. And Orff could not get his hands up on that one, but made the save. Inge with the follow-up. Now Orff catches it. And he's going to have to clear his sinuses first before he puts it downfield. The long ball peters out, uses the head. The Crunch trying to come up with a lobby to Medved. Medved now will control it and put it back to Carbonero. So the Crunch out to a 7-0 lead. This is Thomas. So a lobby, trying to get the give and go going. Woodbury gets in the middle of it, but now Thomas gets it back, turns and fires. But we have a whistle.
Here's another prediction. Terry Woodbury, number 2, strikes that ball so well. Otto Orff, that's what you call giving it up to make the save. Who did I say? Mark Thomas was on the All-Madden team earlier? No way. It's Otto Orff tonight.
Orff almost needed oral surgery as well. He would have joined Mark Thomas right on the chin. All right, the free kick, though, now. Zoran Karic lofts it over to Marinero. Half volley to the net. It's in the net. What a goal! And what a night.
Remember when the bleeding was stopped? You got to put a tourniquet on now. Cleveland is rolling. Hector Marinero has 200 points for a reason. You give him a chance. Look, he's open. You can't give him the ball there. That's a difficult shot. It goes through the legs of Terry Woodbury, the defender. Chris Pete can't get down to save it. That is a good goal. A lot harder than it looked, and that's what the great ones do. Hector Marinero made it look easy.
And Karic with assist, the 1-2 punch for the Cleveland Crunch. And now the Wichita Wings feeling the effect of the punches. Again, the Crunch leading the Wichita Wings 9-0. With 8:30 left in the second quarter, Wichita has got to get back, and they've got to work on it now. Stay with us. Back with more.
Can't get enough of America's first World Cup? You will in Soccer America. How about our national team and the Olympics? Soccer America delivers.
I've been reading Soccer America ever since I went head-to-head against Pelé back in the 70s. I like Soccer America because it profiles personalities. It reports on the pro, college, women's, and international scenes, and focuses on the very pulse of soccer in America.
Call toll-free to learn more about Soccer America, the USA's only national soccer weekly. 18 issues, just $19.94. Call 1-800-453-6500 now.
There are 13 teams in the National Professional Soccer League, but they only wear one brand of gear, Patrick. The NPSL is a league of fast-paced, exciting soccer, and the stars of the NPSL demand only the best. Whether it's Patrick jersey, shorts, bags, warm-ups, shin guards, sandals, or shoes. So play like the pros of the NPSL and soccer players around the world. Insist on Patrick at your local sporting goods or soccer store. Patrick, the official supplier of the NPSL.
First edition, all new Pacific's 1993 Premier Edition National Professional League Trading Cards. A complete set, 110 super high gloss cards featuring players from all 13 teams. Order this Premier Edition collector set today. Only $12.95, including shipping and handling, for all the action, all the stats, and all your favorite soccer stars. Order your official NPSL 110 card set now by calling toll-free 1-800-551-2002. Only $12.95. Visa and MasterCard accepted. Allow 4 to 6 weeks delivery. These cards are a kick.
We're back here in Cleveland. The Crunch lead Wichita 9-0, but Gary Hindley, a very serious look. Why? Because the Crunch is trying to make the playoffs.
Well, I think our division is so packed up right now that anybody can, except for Baltimore, who's probably a pretty good shot for first, anybody can go from second to fifth place. And, you know, one weekend in this league where you play 2 and possibly 3 games can make a dramatic impact on your positioning. But I think everybody's got the same idea. It doesn't matter who you play. you just win as many games as you possibly can in the last 6.
A reminder, we have a mic on Gary Henley. We'll be listening into some of Gary's conversations later on this evening. The Wichita Wings control the game, control the ball. Certainly not the game. They are trailing 9-0. This is Eichmann, left wing along the boards, as the Wings try to come back. Rundbed pokes it forward to Eichmann. Henderson, as the Wings weave it around. Rundbed. Eichmann now left of the box, turns off the boards, loose in the box. Henderson can't get a shot off. And now here come the crunch. This is Thomas. Thomas puts it over to Schlotthauer. Schlotthauer likes to put it off the glass. He was under heavy pressure from Medved to Thomas. Over to Alabi. And the Crunch quickly back on the attack, and they have the lead 9-0. Alabi into a wing sandwich. And Alabi gets the call, and it'll be a free kick for the Wings. Chris Pete. The long outlet for Dale Irvine. He has been hot of late. Turns, fires, and puts it into the seats. And it'll be a goal kick coming up for the Cleveland Crunch.
You mentioned Dale Irvine's been hot. He has been the Wings' leading scorer in their last 6 games.
So Irvine has been scoring well. Points tonight. The Crunch leading the Wings 9-0. Back with more after this. Stay with us.
Think Tyson is the greatest heavy that ever lived? Watch Joe Louis. Like Sugar Ray Leonard? Wait till you see Sugar Ray Robinson. See them, own them, the greatest fights of the century. Yours to own, yours to keep. Walcott and Lewis, Zale and Graziano, Dempsey and Tunney, Carnera and Bear, and many, many more. Rare dynamic fight footage preserved on state-of-the-art videotape. You can be there for the fantastic fights of the century. Call now to own them. Call now for the fantastic fights of the century on modern videotape for only $19.95. Call now. 2 volumes of the fantastic fights of the century, yours for just $19.95. 2 state-of-the-art videotapes with the fights you've only heard about. Yours for just $19.95, but you must call now to take advantage of this special television offer. You must call now.
Call now to order this 2-volume set for only $19.95. These fantastic fights make the perfect gift. For faster delivery, please have your credit card ready and call 1-800-238-3100. That's 1-800-238-3100.
We're back here at Cleveland with a Crunch lead 9-0. There you see the scoring. Tanner, 2-point goal at 2:56. Zoran Karic, Tim Tima, and Hector Marinero. And the Crunch lead 9-0 as they try to maintain their position in the American Division standing. Otto Orff with the ball. He throws it forward. Rundbed putting into the Cleveland Knight, and now loose at midfield. Marinero controls it forward to Karic. Karic can't control it. Now Fernandez trying to put it forward. This is Irvine. Irvine back heel for Rundbed. Rundbed crosses the yellow line to Beto. Beto. Tima takes him one-on-one, and the ball squibs right in the arms of Otto Orff. Orff now. The outlet looking for Karic. He has Karic, but down on the carpet to prevent it is Holloman. Here comes Woodbury the other way. Woodbury challenged by Tima. He knocks it right off the yellow line, but Rundbed gets the loose ball. Rundbed puts it into the corner for Irvine. He looks to turn, fire, it's in the net. A goal for the Wings. The ice is broken by the hottest man in the last 6 games, Dale Irvine.
You have to go back to Valentine's Day to find a game when Dale Irvine wasn't the Wings' leading scorer. Don't give him an inch. It's in the goal. What a great player.
And he loves that. He loves the boards. He works the boards so well. And for the young indoor players out there, that's a great lesson.
It's something you learn. Chico Borja taught Dale Irvine how to play the boards. When he came, he's just a classical outdoor scorer from UCLA. Led them to the 1986 National Championship. That's a guy you're going to hear a lot more from on the national scene. Hasn't played with the national team since '86, but he's a guy who could very well represent this league in the World Cup. Great scorer.
All right, there goes the shutout. The Crunch, though, still lead 9-2 as Tommy Tanner is forced into the boards, and we'll have a free kick coming up for the Cleveland Crunch in the right corner. 6:20 left here in the first half as Zoran Karic negotiates for position in that corner, and the referee moves it back a couple of notches. Karic. Marinero is out to the left, right to the immediate left of Karic is Schlotthauer. He's looking at Dale Irvine, the goal scorer. He's even helping out on the bench. Karich puts it over to Marinero, left side. Half volley, fires a shot. Rattles Pete a little bit. Now Karich trying to get some room. He goes down, and they're going to get the call on Reichart. You look at this save coming up. Again, this looks like a replay of the earlier goal, but instead, it'll be Pete that gets a paw on it to knock it away. Karich with the free kick. Again, you don't want to be in that wall with Zoran Karich's leg. Karich fires the shot, and Pete is able to come up with it, the goalkeeper for the Wichita Wings. From that angle, you saw the fury of the Karich shot. Now here's Pete. Look at him. He crosses the midfield stripe, but it's intercepted by Carbonero. Carbonero goes down. And a bird's eye view of what it's like to be escorted to the carpet. And
Eric Eichmann played in the World Cup in Italy, played in Seoul in the Olympics. He doesn't rest on his laurels. He's a forward who scores, but look at him come forward and hustle and play defense. That's why Roy Turner loves that forward.
Meantime, Hector Marinero is put right into the glass. So we have a free kick coming up for the Cleveland Crunch in the corner. The Crunch getting a number of set pieces to work with of late. And that's Marinero. He is crunched into the boards. On the restart, of course, Zoran Karich will handle the free kick, puts it out. The Marinero tees it up off the crossbar.
What is Wichita not doing well right now? They are not stopping Marinero on the restarts. Let someone else on the team beat you. Don't let Hector Marinero get the ball on the restarts to take a shot.
Reichart controls it now at midfield for the Wichita Wings. Chris Pete must feel like he's got a target painted across his jersey. And a long shot by Velasco off the glass above the goal. Velasco's had a couple of long-distance shots tonight. Reichart blocked by the Crunch. Now Karich, but Rundfed intervenes. Rundfed comes forward now. Rundfed looking to create space. Medved is on him. Dumps it back to Eichmann.
The game actually right now is going the way Wichita wants it, even though Reichart missed the shot. Look at all the space that Wichita is getting.
There you see
Cleveland doesn't need a whole lot of space as well. See, Marinero again on the restart. Wichita has to cover him. He's their most dangerous shooter, and the Wings are allowing him the shot, and he's going to score. And it doesn't matter that Chris Pete's the best goalkeeper in the league. It doesn't matter if they had, again, someone with Elvis's girth in the goal. If you give Marinero the shot, he's going to beat you.
And that's why right now the Cleveland Crunch have a 9-2 lead over the Wichita Wings with 5:03 left in the second quarter of play. So now's a good opportunity to listen in to Gary Hindley, the Cleveland coach, and what he has to say, even though he has the lead. Well, Gary Hindley.
Here's what Gary Hindley is telling the guys right now. This game is swung. It may still be 9-2 Cleveland, but Wichita's sneaking back in. Watch how much space Wichita's had each time they come down. You saw what Dale Irvine did with little space. Kim Rundfed can do that. Beto, another gifted player. He's got a reason to worry. There's still 35 minutes left to play in this game. 9-2 may sound like a lot, but 4 Wichita goals and they'd be ahead, and you can score a lot in a hurry indoors.
And you know, Gary Hindley, a former goalkeeper in his professional playing days, so obviously he does not like to see the Wichita guys getting some space now as well. So I think he's concerned that Otto Orff does not go the way of Chris Pete so far in this game. Crunch lead the Wings 9-2. We have 4:57 left in the second quarter. The outlet pass up field, but now the Wings able to intercept, although the Crunch come back with it quickly. Thomas. Beto's on him. Thomas nudges him away. Loose ball on the yellow line. Woodbury, a couple of nice moves to get forward, and he'll run into Sean Medved. We have a foul coming up, free kick for the Wichita Wings.
Here's another prediction. Terry Woodbury, number 2 in the orange for Wichita. He's going to score before this game's over. He's a very streaky player. If he's on, if he's keeping his shots low, and if they're on target, he's going to score. He's been that way. He's been a little unlucky so far tonight, but Terry Woodbury, the all-star, is going to score before this game's over.
And Woodbury has the ball right now as he approaches the yellow line. Fires the shot. Maybe he hears you talking. Irvine back to Beto. Beto in the box. Fires a shot. Or wonderful save. Holloman on the half volley. And the Wings maintain the pressure. Try to anyway. And a lobby, though, intercepts. Holloman gets right back in. And these two jostle. in midfield, and it'll be a free kick coming up for Cleveland on the foul on Holloman. Team up. Knocks it forward to Mark Thomas. He's double teamed. Put down to the carpet, no call. Beto. Chris Pete awaits, and now Pete, instead of going forward, elects to put it on the carpet to Woodbury. Look at the room Woodbury has to work with as he comes upfield. Woodbury, nice move to get around a lobby. He's got some space. On the cross, it's up into the air, and Orff climbs the snaring.
Wichita's getting the play right now. Roy Turner's pleased on his bench.
But still trailing 9-2. Orff chips it upfield. The three-line violation, so we'll have a free kick coming up for the Wichita Wings as Kim Rundved quickly saw what was happening there, and he brings it upfield as the Wings want to get a quick restart. Crunch wall for a two-man wall. Rundved will approach. He's got Irvine to his left. Chips it to Irvine. Fires his shot. Fernandez is down to make the block. Irvine retrieves the ricochet. Gets it knocked away. Now Zoran Karic loses it in traffic. Wins it back. And now an over and back violation as Fernandez put it back to Tima. You saw again, once it goes across the Crunch yellow line, the Crunch cannot play it back. They just did. And now it'll be a free kick coming up from the yellow line. Again, this would be worth 3 points if Rundved can find the net. 3:26 left. Again, it'll be Marinero and Karic playing defense here. You see him line up. Rundved knocks it over to Irvine again. In the corner to Henderson. He was right there in tight, but he puts it over the glass. And we're going to have a goal kick coming up for the Cleveland Crunch.
Wichita misses Chico Borja in this situation. Roy Turner, the Wichita Wings head coach, can't do a whole lot. He wants to have Irvine taking that last shot instead of Henderson, but he needs Dale up high to try to create.
Meantime, trouble again in the Wings defensive third. Karic is put down by Woodbury. We're going to have another free kick coming up for the Cleveland Crunch, and let's see what happens on this set piece.
I'll tell you what better happened for Wichita. They better get somebody to stop 21, Hector Marinero, who's lurking back at the yellow line behind Zoran Karic. Don't be surprised to see Karic run over the ball in front of the goal to create some space for Marinero to come in and take a shot.
All right, Karic will tee this one up. You see Irvine stand right in Karic's line of shot.
There he goes.
Karic runs over it. Marinero fires it. Marinero stays with it. Loose at the doorstep. Karic can't bang it home. The bicycle kick by Rundved to clear it out.
Good defense all the way around by Kim Rundved. He read exactly what Karic and Marinero were trying to do. And that's what happens when you're a 13-year indoor veteran.
Those two have had several wars over the years, and they know how to read each other very well. This is Woodbury to put it forward for the Wichita Wings. In the corner it goes to Eichmann. Eichmann lost his footing, so he elects to put it back over to Woodbury. Dave Phillips says we'll get a goal tonight. Woodbury fires. It won't happen there. It's blocked by Marinero. Pete now is out, and he's under pressure. This is Karic. Karic steals the ball momentarily. Reichard digs back in there for Wichita. Karic still has it. Karic gets around Pete. It's loose. Rundved knocks it away. Now Tanner tees it up. But the Crunch unable to take advantage of the wide open net.
Chris Pete took a chance there. Why? Because he had Kim Rundved, number 5, back. If I go on and on about what a good player Kim Rundved is, he backs me up every time. Chris Pete can do that. He can come out and take that chance if number 5, the orange, Kim Rundved, is on the field. Pete gets caught out here, but Rundved's behind him to stop the play, and Cleveland does not get a goal.
And Chris Pete will have to thank Rundved for that later. Meantime, Rundved has the ball, and he's got offensive concerns at this moment. Rundved tees it up and fires. And as it sizzles along the carpet, it is Orff who is able to stop it. 1:42 left here in the first half of play. The Crunch lead the Wings 9-2. But the Wings, again, lead the National Division. And as Dave Phillips pointed out, they've been known for their own share of comebacks this year.
Be there! Be there!
The Crunch on the restart, teeing it up. Marinero loose in the corner. I think we have a handball on Sean Medved. Don't forget we have a busy halftime coming up. We'll have some player interviews, a trip inside the locker rooms, and also a look at the playoffs coming up at halftime. So stick around as the days of the season start to dwindle down. Each game becomes more and more apparent. You look at the Crunch bench. they're in control, but the look of concern in knowing their competition, the Wichita Wings. Chris Pete. Guinea's out. This is Eichmann. Eichmann looking to turn. Eichmann chased out into the midfield. Now this is Velasco. Velasco knocks it forward, stolen by Medved. Now Medved. The Wings come back with it. Eichmann's got Velasco cutting. Then Eichmann takes it himself, fires a shot blocked by Carbonero, and the ricochet comes all the way back to Chris Pete. Less than a minute in the half. Pete. Into the corner. Eichmann. Now Velasco at midfield. The center circle goes to Inge. The Wings continue to string passes together. Stolen away by a lobby. Holloman stays with it. This is LeBaron Holloman. Stolen from behind. Still loose. Now Eichmann. What a fires off the goalpost.
That was a World Cup move, Dave Johnson. What a spin by Eric Eichmann.
And Orff collects the ball as time expires on the first half. So Eichmann and the Wings will have to think about that.
Eric Eichmann has the ball sliding, and the hard work of LeBaron Holloman. He's shooting right. No, back to his left. What a move, and the post makes the save.
Dings the woodwork. We are at half. The Cleveland Crunch out in front of the Wichita Wings, 9-2. Back with all the halftime hijinks after these messages. Stay with us.
I don't like my gray hair, but I'm nervous about changing it. Suppose I don't like the result.
Discover Youth Hair. See if you don't call it a better way to get rid of gray. With Youth Hair, there's no mixing, no peroxide, no gloves or mess, no shades to match, and best of all, no sudden change. Youth Hair gives you soft, natural-looking color gradually, unnoticeably. Youth Hair. Call now for more information and money-saving coupons.
As a Youth for Understanding International Exchange student, you'll live with a family, go to school, learn a language, and get ready for the world.
Living with the family was really nice. I really enjoyed it. I felt like a part of the family because they treated me so well.
I was thinking away, and then suddenly I was like, well, wait, how do you say that word? And I realized, oh my God, I'm thinking in French.
Get ready for the world. Call 1-800-ARE-YOU-READY and find out more about spending the year, summer, or semester in a YFU high school program abroad.
I'm going back.
Dave Johnson and Dave Phillips back here in Cleveland. We are at halftime where the Cleveland Crunch lead the Wichita Wings 9-2. The Crunch got off to a quick start in this contest. Tommy Tanner lofting one over Chris Pete. That made it 2-0.
Now you're being generous. That's a mishit, and the ball bounced off Beto, the defender, into the top of the goal. Let's see what Gary Henley's talking about to his team in the Cleveland locker.
But most of the time they're going to look to hit it from the outside. On the second line, we need to keep possession. That means that Sean has to do that. The ball is getting played to Mark and Kumba up front, and if they can't do something because there might be 2 or 3 people, let's see if you can turn somebody right away or off the board. All right, quickness and turns, if we can, possession. If not, let's play it back to Sean. Sean looks to me to be trying to get into position to maybe them slot you a ball and score a goal. Let's see if you can look for support position rather than scoring position first.
Cleveland Crunch coach Gary Henley, of course, still looks very stern at this point, even though he leads 9-2, because he knows there's another 30 minutes of soccer left in this contest. I think also worth noting that it's a very close game despite the score.
He doesn't have any problems with Zoran Karic and Hector Marinero. He wants his second line of guys, the B team, if you will, to make sure they keep possession of the ball and to keep Wichita away. All it's going to take is Arturo Velasco cracked what would have been a 3-point shot from behind the yellow line. It's just going to take one of those, and all of a sudden Wichita's back in the game. So he has a right to be concerned, but at the same time, if he's concerned, Roy Turner's got to be a little panicked. This team's down by 7 points.
I think it is important to get that offensive production out of the second line, but the first line doing it. You see Zoran Karic. Look at that shot, a 3-pointer that blisters the net. And again, you called it
Wait a minute.
I tell you what, you called it a soft shot, but I think anytime Zoran Karic, anybody that can do it from 55 feet out, is worth some credit. And at the end, he blistered the back of the net.
Dave, blistered is on a line, not like this. Those are 5 points that Wichita gave up early. Not any big deal. Now, the other 2, those I'll give you were blisters.
Well, when Zoran Karic strikes the ball, it looks like a blister to me. I don't want to be the goalkeeper in that net, even if it's lofting over my head. I don't want to face a Zoran Karic shot. But worth noting that Karic had a lot of time to work with on the set pieces in the first half, and that's where the blistering shots came in.
Yeah, Hector Marinero scored on a couple of those. That, I think, is Roy Turner's big concern right now. He can play very well, even though they're down 9-2. But if he doesn't get someone out to stop Hector Marinero on those set pieces, the Wings are going to be in real trouble because he'll keep scoring.
And it seems like right now Wichita is stringing the passes together, but they're not getting a lot of shots off. You think back to one of their goals, their only goal by Dale Irvine. He was able to use the boards and turn and fire, but we're seeing a lot of good work at midfield, but no finishing.
Yeah, that's the key right now. Dale Irvine's being asked to both create and finish. It may be asking too much right now. Dale Irvine can certainly finish, but the Cleveland team right here, just another example on the set piece, Zoran Karic. This time the Wichita Wings went up and marked Hector Marinero to make sure he didn't score, so Tim Tima was all alone at the far post and tapped it in.
Look at Tim Tima with his giving the signal for a touchdown there. He was very excited scoring the goal to defender Tima, and I think he was surprised that he had that much space to work with. With us live now outside the locker room is Hector Marinero. And Hector, obviously things right now are going your way. 9-2, the Crunch leading the Wichita Wings. But what was Gary discussing in the locker room? Obviously he had to bring up some points because this team, Wichita, is tough.
Yeah, he just told us to keep doing the things we did in the first half, where everybody's getting back, we're playing good defense. And that's the most important thing about the game right now is to play good defense, and that'll help our offense.
Hector, on the set pieces, Zoran Karic has been able to find you more than once. Do you imagine that Wichita is going to make a correction in the second half and try to put a man on you so you don't have that open shot on the dead ball?
Well, if they do, then Zoran's great at that, and he just finds the open man. Because if they put a man out on me, and if I see that happening, I just pull myself out and open the space for somebody else on our team, and Zoran always finds them. So either way, we're pretty dangerous on set play.
Seems like Wichita was putting a lot of passes together, but you weren't giving him the high-quality shots. What's been going on defense?
Well, the thing with our team is when we all get back and play defense, we're good at it. But when we start cheating a little bit, that's when we get in trouble. And, we got 6 games left, and we're 2 games ahead for a playoff spot. And all these games now are like a playoff game. So everybody's getting back, playing defense, and that's creating offensive opportunities for us.
Hector, you keep talking about getting back and playing defense, but Wichita's going to have to come forward and take chances down 9-2. That's when you and Zoran Karic are at your best, right?
Yeah, that's when we like the game the best. When we got a lead, teams got to open up on us, and that gives us the counterattack. And Zoran and I have done quite well at it this year, so we're looking forward to it.
All right, Hector, before I let you go, Dave Phillips called Zoran Karic's first goal, the three-pointer, a soft goal. Would you call that a soft goal?
Oh, it was just a lucky bounce, I think, for us. It hit the defender on the way to the goal and chipped the goalie pretty much. And, that's indoor soccer. You get a lot of bounces. The first 2 goals, Tommy Tanner's was the same way. It deflected off someone and over Chris Beat's head, and you can't do nothing about him.
Okay, thank you, Hector, for spending time with us.
All right, thanks, guys.
That's Hector Marinero. So Cleveland leads Wichita 9-2, and we have more coming up at halftime. Don't you dare go away.
Want the bald facts about hair loss? It's not some dread disease. The problem is you just don't look as good. Me? I spent over $1,000 on this hair piece so people could snicker behind my back. Minoxidil cost me $50 a month, and I still couldn't see results. Hair transplants? That's thousands of dollars in surgery. And now there's even spray paint. Hey, this isn't a piece of furniture. It's my head. Finally, one of my actor friends mentioned Couvre. Hollywood's known this secret for years, he said. It's the one recommended by doctors because it can't clog your pores. So I get some Couvre and I try it. It's so natural looking, no one could possibly tell. This is me without Couvre. And here I am with Couvre. Amazing, isn't it? Couvre is a gentle cream specially formulated to darken your scalp, neutralize its shine, and thicken your remaining hair. And look, it's completely waterproof. That spray stuff rubs off and comes off in water. but not Couvray. It's so undetectable, all you see is hair. Here's my friend Gil before, here's Gil after, and here's the comparison. This is Bruce before, here's Bruce with Couvray, and here's the side-by-side. And look at this. Yes, Couvray's great for women, too. Here's Millie before and after. Couvray costs about $5 a month. You'd pay up to 8 times as much for the leading spray. And if you don't like Couvray, they'll refund every penny. You have nothing to lose except the look of thinning hair. So get Couvray. It works.
For rush delivery, call 1-800-882-8600. That's 1-800-882-8600. Or send $19.95 for your 3 to 4 month supply of Couvray, plus $4.50 shipping to Couvray, 10 Bay Street, Westport, Connecticut.
Welcome back to the future home of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, Cleveland, where the Crunch right now out in front of the Wichita Wings 9-2 as you look at the Wicklow High School marching band walking off after a tremendous halftime performance. Earlier this week here in Cleveland, the kids had a chance to meet some of the All-Stars, and believe me, it was a lot of fun for these kids as the All-Stars were able to supervise the future NPSL All-Stars. And the great thing about this clinic is that after they were shown what to do, they were able to actually get out on the CSU convocation carpet and strut their stuff and try some of their skills and see if you could pick out the Hector Marinero of the future. There has to be one in there somewhere, and believe me, after they saw his goal the other night in the All-Star game, I'm sure they all went home practicing that in the backyard. This is a very important time of the year. Even though we had the All-Star game just a few days ago, it's time to get back to serious business, and we're talking about positioning for the playoffs, and that means for Wichita trying to get the home field advantage.
Yeah, Wichita and Baltimore locked in a real dogfight right now. Baltimore is actually just a half game ahead of Wichita, but Wichita won the season series, sweeping Baltimore 2-0. Wichita has a tough schedule, though. Harrisburg, I love the Heat. Who would have picked these guys to be as high as they are? Jim Pollahan, you have done a super job, and you're my coach of the year in Harrisburg.
Mine as well. Coach of the year has to be.
At Milwaukee, a dangerous place to play. Denver, that's nice. That's a little breather. Chicago and Kansas City ending the season at home. Wichita doesn't have that difficult a schedule. They play tough teams, but they're home. Baltimore has a tough schedule as well. It's going to come down to the last weekend.
Now, as for the Cleveland Crunch, of course, right now they're just trying to lock into a playoff spot and secure a playoff spot. Right now, of course, they've got Baltimore. They have to go on the road against Dayton. They've got Canton at home, and really the bulk of the Crunch's remaining games are at home, and that will be an advantage for the Crunch.
Gary Henley is one of the nicest men you'll ever meet, the Cleveland Crunch coach. He is giving Dayton all the credit in the world and saying that they have a chance to catch him. Cleveland wins tonight. Dayton has no prayer of catching Cleveland for the playoffs, because although the standings will only show Cleveland is being ahead by 2.5 games, they've won the season tiebreaker over Dayton, so Dayton has to make up not 2, but 3 games, with Cleveland having 3 games left. Cleveland's going to win one of those 3 games.
Okay, what are we fighting for here? The NPSL playoffs is what it's all about. You look at the NPSL playoffs, the division semifinal is the best 2 out of 3. Division final is 2 out of 3, and then the finals, 3 out of 5. It'll be for all the marbles.
Well, for a team like Wichita that's going to finish in first place, maybe Kansas City may have something to say about that. Let's say they take on the team that finishes in 4th place right now, St. Louis. They play 1 in St. Louis first, then 2 in Wichita. That's no gimme that Wichita gets through the first round.
Well, that'll be the challenge for the Wichita Wings, and you see the Wings getting ready to come back on the field for the second half. The Wings have to be concerned about securing that home field advantage. Now, you look at the halftime stats, and we'll see how the numbers reflect the way this game has been played. You see the score, of course, the Crunch out in front, but the Wings have been putting off the shots, but I don't think they've what should be considered high percentage shots.
Yeah, wait, what's wrong with this picture? How can a team that has shot 21 times only have 2 points, and the team that shot 11 have 9? Cleveland's playing their game. They fast break, get the ball to Karich and Marinero. And I hate to keep harping on, the people in Cleveland are going to say, Dave, be fair to my team. But the first 5 points Cleveland scored were lucky bounces. It happens indoors, and that's why 7 points at the half is not that big a deficit for a team like Wichita to make up.
But the second goal by Zoran Karich, I still maintain, was a lucky blistering bounce. As you look at Gary Hindley and the troops coming out again, we may get a smile out of Gary before the night's over. We'll have to wait and see. I mean, he's a guy that's very serious. It's gone through some rough times with the injuries, so maybe it's hard to smile. All right, we're getting set for the second half. The Cleveland Crunch lead the Wichita Wings 9-2. Get ready, it's coming up.
First edition. All new. Pacific's 1993 Premier Edition National Professional League Trading Cards. A complete set. 110 super high gloss cards featuring players from all 13 teams. Order this Premier Edition collector set today. Only $12.95 including shipping and handling for all the action, all the stats, and all your favorite soccer stars. Order your official NPSL 110 card set now by calling toll-free 1-800-551-2002. Only $12.95. Visa and MasterCard accepted. Allow 4 to 6 weeks delivery. These cards are a kick.
There are 13 teams in the National Professional Soccer League, but they only wear one brand of gear, Patrick. The NPSL is a league of fast-paced, exciting soccer, and the stars of the NPSL demand only the best. Whether it's Patrick jerseys, shorts, bags, warm-ups, shin guards, sandals, or shoes. So play like the pros of the NPSL and soccer players around the world. Insist on Patrick at your local sporting goods or soccer store. Patrick, the official supplier of the NPSL. Play with the soccer ball of the pros, Candace, the official soccer ball of the National Professional Soccer League. Guaranteed for long-lasting high performance. Hand-stitched for superior quality, uniquely designed. Candace, the soccer ball of the pros. Available at soccer specialty stores everywhere. When soccer is the game, Candace is the name. Candace, the official soccer ball of the National Professional Soccer League. Candace for your team or league. A soccer ball that's one kick ahead of all the others.
We're back for the second half between Wichita and Cleveland to get the Crunch out to the 9-2 lead over the Wichita Wings. The Wings will kick off this second half of play as the Crunch get the crowd right back into it here for the second half. I'll tell you what, Roy Turner on the sideline as we look at Otto Orff, as he knows he'll be facing a stiff challenge from Wichita in the second half. But Roy Turner and the rest of the Wichita Wings feeling the tension here as they start the second half of play, down by 7 points. This is Irvine. He has the lone 2 points of the night for the Wings. Irvine stays with it along the yellow line. Now he'll take it to the corner with George Fernandez marking. Orff bats it right back out. It skims across the crossbar. And the Wings maintain possession. Holloman fires a shot and steps on the ball. Woodbury, we have a whistle and a foul coming up. The Crunch on the quick restart. This is trouble. Karich fires a shot. Pete down to make the save. Then snares it out of the air. Bedzo now for the Wichita Wings. The Wings trying to push it forward. And we have a foul coming up again on Wichita, so free kick for Cleveland.
Zoran Karich looked a little nonchalant on that last chance. He's one-on-one with goalkeeper Chris Pete, and he kind of half-heartedly hit the ball. That could have been a back-breaking goal. Wichita obviously is applying a lot of pressure, trying to force the ball in the Cleveland end early. If Cleveland would have zapped back one time and made it 11-2, that really would have deflated Wichita.
Again, Wichita at the half led in the shot department, but they have not been able to find the net save for Dale Irvine. Kim Rundvedt heads it out of the Wichita defensive third. Tim Tebow puts it forward. He's even into the scoring sheet for Cleveland. We have a foul coming up on Terry Woodbury, so a free kick for the Cleveland Crunch. Hector Marinero set the ball down. Woodbury a little bit disheartened by that call, and now
Terry Woodbury not only disheartened, he kept yapping at Steve Siamos, and he's going to get to sit in the penalty box for a couple of minutes. Won't be a power play, but on the misconduct, when a player says something to the referee after being told to quit complaining, he has to go sit while play moves on for 2 minutes, and that's what Terry Woodbury is going to do right now.
And Woodbury continues the exchange a bit, and he's not moving. I think he has the cement on the carpet there for a second. And now Woodbury reluctantly heads to the penalty box.
Now, you've taken acting classes. That's posturing right there.
Yeah, but usually you lose when you posture with a referee. So
always.
Misconduct, the call, so he'll have to be out of the action for 2 minutes, and this is a break for the Cleveland Crunch, in effect. One of the top defenders for the Wichita Wings. Off the carpet for 2 minutes, even though it's not a power play for the Crunch. Still, Hector Marinel fires it. Beto comes up with the loose ball. Still, the Crunch do not have to contend with Woodbury on the carpet. Beto working through midfield. Puts it into the corner. Velasco chased out. This is Henderson. Velasco to Beto. Poked away. This is Tanner. Now the Crunch on the counterattack. Hector Marinero trying to get to the ball. Marinero works the boards. Knocks it back to Tanner. Karich. He'll put it back to Fernandez. team-up as the Crunch knock it around midfield. Fernandez now chases in his half of midfield. You see he's got Orff out. Now Orff looking upfield. Headed away by Beto. Velasco now controls it, uses the boards. A good shot of how the players use the boards to work through midfield when it gets tight, but Tanner comes up with a loose ball. Tanner into the corner, it goes to Marinero. The ricochet off the board. Velasco puts it right back to Chris Pete, but Tom Tanner comes sliding in. And Chris Pete may have already had possession of the ball as he really took it into the gut.
Tommy Tanner and Chris Pete are college buddies. They both went to North Carolina State. There's not any hard feelings right there, but it doesn't make Chris Pete feel any better. As you can see, Tommy Tanner's just not giving up on the ball, and ouch.
Actually, they get to it at the same time. It's not even a case of him coming in late on a ball that's out there for the take, and they literally collide at the same time. And Tanner saying, hey, he's from the Wolfpack. I'm not going to hurt him, but that'll certainly jar Chris Pete a bit.
Tommy Tanner knows about being hurt. He went to North Carolina State, missed his whole freshman year because he broke his ankle. Worked hard, rehabilitated, came back, missed 2 full years with a knee injury. So it's just good to see Tommy Tanner out there playing. Chris Pete's going to stay in the game. Last year, Chris Pete had a broken thumb and a broken little finger on his right hand, his throwing hand, and he kept playing. So although Roy Turner's going to come out and see if his goalkeeper's okay, unless Chris Pete has something severed, he's staying in the game.
And you look at Roy Turner, the jacket is off for the second half, showing the dry clean white shirt. He has shed the jacket, a sign perhaps of the tension in the Wichita locker room at halftime.
There are a lot of coaches who, when they get worked up, will take off the coat. You know that. Roy Turner, one of the sharpest dressers in the league. Only will the coat come off, it's a critical situation. And you bet when the leading goalkeeper in the league, Chris Pete, goes down, that's critical. Dry cleaning be darned. The coat's coming off and he's hustling out.
Chris Pete, you see him with a different goalkeeper jersey, switching it at half. He, like Chris Vaccaro of the Baltimore Spirit, that's Nat Gonzalez who would replace Chris Pete if he would not be able to continue, but it looks like Pete will stay in the game. I was about to say, like Chris Vaccaro, Chris Pete, quite an entrepreneur with the goalkeeper jerseys.
And Nat Gonzalez, the young man in the yellow shirt you saw who would replace Pete, actually has a better points against average than Chris. Not saying he's a better goalkeeper, but he's had a great rookie year. He's also from UCLA.
Eichmann for the Wichita Wings. Inge fires a shot. It's blocked by Alabi, and now Mark Thomas looks forward. Waited a little bit too long. Holloman with the steal. Uses the boards nicely, but Orff is there to intercept a ball intended for Eichmann. Orff throws it over Eichmann. Now ahead to Alabi. Alabi now will work the corners. Velasco gets right into his face, and Velasco will not get the foul. It'll be Alabi, and a free kick for the Wichita Wings. So Chris Pete seems to be doing okay. He puts it on the carpet. Again, the Wings in the orange. The red jersey of the Cleveland Crunch.
Now, he's not coming too far this time because Kim Rundved's not on the field. He doesn't want the young defenders to have to cover for him. That's why he kicked the ball long.
Right card to Inge as they work it around. Velasco. Arturo will put it back over to Inge. One of the Ivy Leaguers in the NPSL.
He's a great story.
Eichmann. Marked by Schlotthauer. Back to Inge at the yellow line. Dump it in the corner for right guard. Right guard. Now out of the point. Top of the box. But Carbonero will chase him all the way into the corner. The ricochet off the boards, and Medved has it for the Crunch.
Here's another good player, number 11, who was just fouled, Sean Medved. The Wings had 3 players go to Hong Kong on the U.S. national indoor team that won a silver medal. Sean Medved made it to the final 15. He just came late to the practices. One of the guys on the team said if Medved had been there the full month with everyone else, Sean Medved would have gone to the U.S. men's team that finished better than any other global competition.
Chris Pete handles the ricochet. And Pete will control it for the Wichita Wings with 11:10 left here in the third quarter. 9-2 the score. The Crunch still in control despite the Wings' advances. Velasco to Eichmann. Eichmann marked by Carbonero. They work it around. This is Velasco. Velasco splitting the defenders. A little Eddie Henderson. Now Henderson turns into the corner, ricochet off the boards, loose at the doorstep, batted away by Orff. And now Alabi as the Crunch work the counterattack. Alabi, nice jitterbug steps to get some space. Now to Medved. Into the corner to Thomas. He's on the doorstep. Pete pins it against the boards. And now Pete's out in a hurry. To Inge.
An important point to make. Yes, Wichita's dominating the time of possession, but Cleveland is not unhappy. They're playing for the counterattack to get Karich and Marinero off to the races. Marinero is up there high where Kim Runfed is. Although the Wings have had the ball the majority of the third quarter, they haven't scored, and all it takes is one break to get Cleveland to the back of the net.
Runfed at the yellow line. Interesting note, Hector Marinero at half talking about Cleveland, when given a chance to show what they can do defensively, can do it, and they're doing it here tonight as Orff comes up with the ball. The outlet by Orff, and it's headed away nicely off the yellow line by Holloman. But now Marinero heads it forward. Karich looking to turn. Beto handles the pressure, puts it back to Chris Pete.
The Cleveland Indians might not finish last every year if they had a pitcher whose arm was as strong as Otto Orff's. Jamie Swanner in Buffalo, another great strong arm. He actually was drafted by the St. Louis Cardinals. You're right.
Beto. Well, if the Indians ever come to a crunch game, maybe they'll take a look at Orff, but he's doing well between the woodwork. The Wings staying on the attack. The shot and the save by Orff, the shot by Alex Yamansky into the game. Orff, the long outlet, headed down by Beto. So Yamansky on for his first stint of the carpet. But it's Beto that works it forward. Back to Yamansky, we just talked about. Squares it over to Irvine. Irvine now marked by Fernandez. This has been a good matchup tonight, Irvine and Fernandez. Ball played to Runfed. Runfed trying to cross it. Marinero blocks it. Orff sees the trouble and pokes it away. This is Irvine now. To Runfed. The Wings trying to weave it through midfield. This is Irvine. He's got two to deal with. Marinero and Fernandez. Splits the defenders. Henderson top of the box. Tima, though, challenges. Mismatch of about 10 inches, and Orff comes up with a loose ball. Orff again. What a launch that was, and Pete is able to snare it out of the air. But that looked like a missile. Reichard now using his speed. Reichard gets it across the yellow line, puts it off the boards. Tough ricochet, loose, it's in the net. Holloman with the goal.
The Wings need LeBaron Holloman to score with Chico Borja out. And LeBaron Holloman is in the right place. David Reichard off the boards. Just get in behind the defender. LeBaron does and puts it in. Number 19 for Wichita. That's Wichita's piece of history. LeBaron Holloman's mom was on the original Wichita Wings dance team when the team was formed in 1979. When he was a kid, the guy who just scored the goal for his team used to be a ball boy. LeBaron Holloman would go and hand towels and coats to the players in the locker room, and now he's playing for his team. He's doing a pretty good job, too. He's not a token hire. The kid can play soccer.
Roy Turner would gladly give him a soda right now as it edges the Wings back into the game. They're down by 5 points, 9-4. Holloman from Reichard at 6:45 of the third quarter. You see Woodbury back on the carpet for the first time since his misconduct call. Crunch with a free kick on the left side.
Scoot back, scoot back, scoot back. He wants Eric Eichmann and David Reichard to give a full 15 feet to Medved.
They get the 15 feet. They need it with Karich. Puts it into corner loose, and Pete is able to come up with it. Now Pete, the outlet, he's looking for Eichmann. Eichmann, nice body work, traps it down, goes into the corner. They'll put it back out to Woodbury. So the Wings back into this one. Woodbury puts it off the boards, and Holloman, who just scored, retrieves it and will knock it back to Inge. Woodbury now will scan the field, instead turns, puts it across the box, loose again in the box. Orff was out momentarily, knocked away by Medved. Now Inge has it once again. Holloman will put it back to Reichard. Reichard upfield, a lobby, knocks it down. This is Thomas. Walt Schlauthauer back to Carbonero to a lobby. He's in heavy traffic, but he's got the moves. Trying to get it to Medved, nicely intercepted by Reichard. He goes right to the box, he's open, fires a shot, Orff the save. And now the crunch. Look to head upfield. Woodbury plays Thomas off the ball, and he controls it.
The only danger right now, Wichita's expending a lot of energy trying to catch up, and Cleveland does not have Karich and Marinero. Now Marinero comes out. They're letting Wichita work themselves ragged.
Irvine, point blank on Orff. He shuts him down. Now back out to Woodbury. Fires again. It's blocked by Thomas. Now pressure from Woodbury. Knocks it forward. The work continues along the boards. Woodbury comes up with it. You see the battle for the ball in the midfield. This is where it all starts. And that's why this stretch of the field is so important. Beto, marked by Karich. Beto, nice through ball, but Irvine unable to get to it. Fernandez to Tima. Now the Crunch will look to counterattack. 6:05 left here in the third quarter. It's been a quick quarter. The Crunch lead the Wichita Wings 9-4. Beto for the Wings as the Crunch again trying to penetrate the defensive third. This is Karich. Loose around the box, but Ronfed was able to knock it away and gets it back to Chris Pete. So a lot of skill in this quarter, a lot of excellent passing on both teams. And so far, Wichita, the only team to find the net. Tima pokes it forward for the Crunch. And really, we've seen a good defensive battle on the part of both teams.
And credit 21, the guy with the ball in the red, Marinero, and Karich, number 16. They've been doing some hard work at midfield playing defense. Here's a 2-on-1.
Tanner trying to get over on the right side at Karich, and it was blocked.
By Runfed. What a great defender.
Runfed now. He's been known to push it forward. Velasco into the corner for Irvine. Stepping in is Tim Tima. You talk about great defenders. Now to Tanner. And the Crunch look to formulate a counterattack. Intercepting Reichard. He pokes it forward. Tima again knocks it off his yellow line. He defends that yellow line with his light. Karich traps it down. And he'll go back to George Fernandez. 4:41 left here in the third quarter. 9-4. The Crunch lead the Wichita Wings. Karich now. For Marinero in the corner. Marinero, the back heel in air. Firing his shot is met, but over the glass. And a goal kick coming up for the Wichita Wings.
Kim Runfed has to stop a 2-on-1 by himself. Look at that. I mean,
Karich
he extended to every inch of his body to make that block.
All right, Crunch 9, the Wings 4. The Wings inching back. Stay with us. More coming up.
There are 13 teams in the National Professional Soccer League, but they only wear one brand of gear, Patrick. The NPSL is a league of fast-paced, exciting soccer. And the stars of the NPSL demand only the best. Whether it's Patrick jerseys, shorts, bags, warm-ups, shin guards, sandals, or shoes. So play like the pros of the NPSL and soccer players around the world. Insist on Patrick at your local sporting goods or soccer store. Patrick, the official supplier of the NPSL. Play with the soccer ball of the pros, Candace, the official soccer ball of the National Professional Soccer League. Guaranteed for long-lasting high performance. Hand-stitched for superior quality, uniquely designed. Candace, the soccer ball of the pros. Available at soccer specialty stores everywhere. When soccer is the game, Candace is the name. Candace, the official soccer ball of the National Professional Soccer League. Candace for your team or league. A soccer ball that's one kick ahead of all the others.
It's another soccer doubleheader with the Harrisburg Heat next weekend at the Farm Show Arena. Friday, March 19th, it's family night for a 7:35 kickoff versus the Chicago Power. Sunday, it's a 6:05 start against the Detroit Rockers. The first 2,000 fans Sunday receive a water bottle courtesy of Roaring Spring. Also on Sunday, the Philly Fanatic will be making a guest appearance throughout the game. Order your tickets now by calling 717-652-HEAT.
We're back here in Cleveland. You look at Roy Turner on the left, Gary Henley on the right, and you look at the shot chart. And one would think at first glance that Wichita would have the lead. But the punchline is Cleveland has the lead. The Crunch in front of the Wichita Wings 9-4. That's why Gary Henley still has the jacket on, and Roy Turner has the jacket off. 9-4, though, the Wings getting back into this game here in the third quarter. But as you pointed out earlier, Dave Phillips, expending a lot of energy to try to get back into this game. Terry Woodbury controls it. You look at the field. Woodbury will knock it back to Chris Pete. Pete again starting to wander out. He was shaken up earlier in the quarter, so stayed in. Eichmann now, marked by Schlotthauer. Woodbury going forward, the defender for the Wichita Wings. But he's double-teamed by Medved. But the loose ball comes out the right guard. He sends one, and Orff is forced to make the save in traffic. Now Orff, the outlet. Trapped down by Thomas. Now to Alabi. Alabi, a man of a million moves. Alabi turns, tries to get to the arc. Pete is out, still out, and now will elect to give it up to Velasco. Velasco sends it upfield. Makes a mean ricochet off the boards, and Carbonero gives it to Medved in the crunch control. 3:36 left in this third quarter. The ball squibs into the Wings' defensive third, and once again, the Wings will try to come upfield, and once again, they will try to turn an attack into a finish. Eichmann right to the box. Puts it back to Ingi. To Beto. Beto marked by Medved. Now Karic looking to come and help. Back to Velasco in midfield. And the Wings work it around. Ingi. See what he has to work with in midfield. Puts it to the corner. To Eichmann. Eichmann turns, but as you can see, he was off balance, and it goes back to Otto Orff. And Orff, who's faced his share of challenges, has an easy one that time. The outlet looking for Karic, but Ingi is able to sweep it away. Tanner pestering. Karic is free. And we have a whistle, and there'll be a free kick coming up for the Cleveland Crunch. You look at Tommy Tanner, who set up all that havoc as he was doing the work at midfield, and Gary Henley again continues to scan the field and talk to his troops because he knows 5 points is nothing in the NPSL.
Zoran Karic is on the ball. Behind him is Marinero. Marinero's already set a record for most three-point goals in the league. The yellow line and beyond. Don't be surprised if Marinero wants to take a crack at it. Here he goes.
Who knows? He'll get a lucky bounce maybe. Marinero fires into the wall, the ricochet, and this is what can be the trouble of a three-point shot from there. We have another whistle and a foul coming up on Irvine, as I think he was all over Hector Marinero, but what could Irvine do? He had to stay with it and try to steal it away from Marinero, then he could be one-on-one.
Dale Irvine, you saw him a second ago, and he's right over Marinero's shoulder. Dale Irvine was the top goal scorer on that team in Hong Kong. Dale Irvine just trying to get away with a little shove there. Dale Irvine's a great goal scorer, one of the outstanding American soccer players.
Loose at the doorstep, it's in the net. It's in the net. Another goal for Tommy Tanner of the Cleveland Crunch. And when he gets loose in traffic like that, a goalkeeper knows he's in. He doesn't really even know what happened because he never was able to get a clear chance at grabbing the ball.
To unlock your body's potential, we proudly offer Soloflex. 32 old-fashioned iron-pumping exercises, each correct in form and balance, all on a simple machine that fits in the corner of your home. Soloflex, now only $39 a month. Call for a free brochure.
Hi, I'm Zach Rebekoff. You've seen my initial TV announcements, but now I need to give you a pro-image umpiring update. The SOS program has succeeded in bringing cash earnings to New York City high school students and has even expanded its number of programs in the area. With the tremendous interest from parents as well, we're now opening our umpire training to adults too. There's a tremendous need for baseball officials at all levels, with as much as $25 to $90 per game as the payoff. Give us a call and find out how you can become an umpire today.
This is a back. Thought they had Karic controlled in the corner. He got the ball through, it bounced high, and Tanner was wide open in the front to knock it home. Again, Wichita's dominated the entire quarter. That may have been, I think, just the second shot that Cleveland had the entire quarter, and yet the teams are even 2 points apiece. So, yes, Cleveland is lying back, letting Wichita come to them, but they don't mind, and they're still ahead by 7.
2 big goals tonight for Tommy Tanner. He started the scoring parade, and now gets an important goal to get Cleveland back on the scoreboard in the quarter. Wichita right back at it, though. Terry Woodbury to LeBaron Holloman. Holloman fires, and Orff has to make the save. Team out. 2 minutes left here in the third quarter. You see Tima in his half of midfield. We'll send it right down the carpet to Marinero. Marinero to Karic. Karic trying the back heel. See how Karic uses his body along those boards. Tima back to Otto Orff, and Orff is out in the midfield. That's not an optical illusion. This time, Goes along the near boards. Of a whistle to foul on Tima. The quick restart. This is Woodbury. He's off to the races. Woodbury challenges Fernandez one-on-one, and Fernandez, the all-star defender, wins. All-star defender against all-star defender.
Fernandez was the hero the first time these teams met. Cleveland won at 14-12 in overtime. Not only did he play great defense, he scored the go-ahead goal late in the fourth. Wichita tied it. Fernandez then scored the game winner in overtime.
Run bend. He fires. That would have been a three-pointer, but I think Orff did finally get a read on it, though it dangerously went through the box. This is Henderson, half volley. Orff down to make the save. Carbonero now sweeps it out with a minute left in the quarter. And Chris P., who's been under siege at times tonight, earlier in the first half, trying to help out his Wichita offense that has been doing most of the action in the third quarter, but does not have the results to show for it. Irvine. Long shot by Ingy, the save by Orff. Orff climbs over Henderson. And we're going to have a foul on Henderson as Henderson got underneath Otto Orff. As Orff chopped down by Eddie Henderson.
Otto, you're 6'2". Eddie's 5'1". Of course he's going to get under you. What do you expect him to do? Go over the top? He's going down. He's all right.
That's a long way down, though. Chris Pete showing his control, but he's in trouble. Reichard trying to sweep it out for the wings. Still loose in the wings defensive third. Mark Thomas is there for the crunch. He's got 18 seconds to work with. Mark Thomas sweeps it back to Carbonero. Carbonero now. Yellow line fires. Pete makes a save. Headed along the side by Carbonero. Henderson gets in there. Loose now to the left of the box. We have a whistle. And with 3 seconds left, crunch lead. The Wichita Wings 11-4. And Chris Pete will look upfield. Lobs it, and that'll do the quarter. So, the Wings get a goal, but so do the Crunch. And what that means is the Crunch still in control. The Crunch leading the Wichita Wings 11-4, but there have been some crazy fourth quarters in NPSL history. Come on back. We'll see what happens here.
First edition, all new Pacific's 1993 Premier Edition National Professional League Trading Cards. A complete set, 110 super high gloss cards featuring players from all 13 teams. Order this Premier Edition collector set today. Only $12.95, including shipping and handling, for all the action, all the stats, and all your favorite soccer stars. Order your official NPSL 110 card set now by calling toll-free 1-800-551-2002. Only $12.95. Visa and MasterCard accepted. Allow 4 to 6 weeks delivery. These cards are a kick.
Play with the soccer ball of the pros, Candace, the official soccer ball of the National Professional Soccer League. Guaranteed for long-lasting high performance. Hand-stitched for superior quality, uniquely designed. Candace, the soccer ball of the pros. Available at soccer specialty stores everywhere. When soccer is the game, Candace is the name. Candace, the official soccer ball of the National Professional Soccer League. Candace for your team or league. A soccer ball that's one kick ahead of all the others.
Hi, I'm Johnny Vince. Join me for some big league action and exciting sports collectibles when the All-American Sports Club premieres right here on your station.
Sports Channel America. Expert advice and valuable information are at your fingertips every month in the pages of Field & Stream. From which lures work best to late-season deer tactics, Field & Stream is the magazine that brings the outdoors home to you. Call now to get 15 action-filled issues of Field & Stream for only $14.95, a savings of over 50%, and this handsome, sturdy field bag free. Be a part of the Field & Stream tradition. Call today to enjoy your free field bag and over 50% savings on America's #1 outdoor magazine, Field & Stream.
Dave Johnson, Dave Phillips back in Cleveland. This crowd is rocking, and they have good reason to be rocking. The Crunch out to an 11-4 lead over the Wichita Wings, the National Division leading Wichita Wings. This is a soccer city that's seen a lot of soccer this week, and from their point of view, it keeps getting better and better. Now, the Wings down by 7 points. The crowd is ready to celebrate, but will the Wings have a realistic shot to make the crowd go quiet?
That's a tough question. First of all, I'll answer by saying I'm going to play attorney here and not give you a straight answer. The Wings are probably the best come-from-behind team in the league. They're 4-5 when trailing after 3 quarters. To give you a comparison, Cleveland's 0-12. 4-5 when behind going to the fourth quarter is a great record. But the way Cleveland's playing up by 7 at home, I think it's going to be very tough.
They've been so tough on defense tonight. One of the reasons right there, Tim Tima. Tima controls it at his own yellow line. Over to Slothauer. Slothauer puts it upfield. Henderson will control the dough for the Wichita Wings as they are down by 7 and looking to get back in a hurry. Again, if this persists, look for the Wings to go to the 6th attacker at some point. We'll get to that as we draw near if that becomes a factor. Woodbury now at the yellow line, cranks and fires. Henderson, the follow-up header, and Orff has to pounce on it. Orff now, the outlet. Rundved traps it down in midair, but puts it over the glass, and we're going to have a kick in coming up for the Cleveland Crunch. Otto Orff has faced many challenges, has a face save to his credit tonight. Still looks sharp, and he has been a big reason why the Wings only have 4 points.
Yeah, 15 saves in the first 3 quarters, and his strong right arm has kept the ball down in the Wichita third.
So now, Steve Siomas setting up the free kick for Zoran Karic. Dale Irvine right in front. Karic fires. You see Rundved getting a piece of it. Karic gets the ricochet at midfield, gives it back to George Fernandez. Fernandez puts it over to Tima as they crunch back on their heels. Tima now sends it forward. Karic heads it into the box. This is trouble. Chris Pete is able to come up with it, though. This guy named Hector Marinero was in the neighborhood. Irvine now. Head to Woodbury. Woodbury at the yellow line. Woodbury to Holloman, who has a Wings goal tonight, along with Dale Irvine, the only 2 Wings scores. Holloman, top of the box, looking to get free. Fernandez shields him, and Orff comes up with a loose ball. Now Marinero quickly looking on the wing for Thomas, but it goes into the crowd. As you saw the midfield that the Maestro Marinero had to work with, and there'll be a kick-in coming up for the Wings.
Once again, the shots are so one-sided, and yet the only one that counts is on top. Cleveland leading 11-4. If you told Roy Turner you're going to outshoot Cleveland 2-1, you'll hold Hector Marinero, who's averaging over 6 points a game, to 1 goal going into the 4th quarter. He would have been ecstatic. Instead, he's down 7.
Gary Henley, former goalkeeper, has to be happy with the defense of his Cleveland Crunch. Now Irvine leaves it for Woodbury. Woodbury surveys the field. Again, you watch that Crunch defense, and all over the place. And coming to the loose balls, Fernandez now to Alabi. Alabi gets tangled up there, and it'll be a free kick for the Cleveland Crunch in their half of midfield. Now, Seam Alabi has shown us a lot of moves tonight, and look at Alabi. He's ready to go on for the races, and Brian Ingram says not so fast, and that's a foul. Alabi had a good game tonight, but yet to find the scoring sheet. Ball played forward. The Crunch control it. Alabi again leads the league in short-handed goals, but that situation has not come up tonight as Holloman goes down hard on the carpet after a foul by Sean Medved. So it'll be a free kick coming up for the Wichita Wings. 11-4, the Crunch lead the Wings. 13-12 left, and you look at the foul.
Sean Medved's unhappy. He thought he was fouled by Riker just a second before, and he says, I'm going to take it out on you, LeBaron Holloman. Whack! Down he goes.
Whack indeed. Woodbury trying to whack off a shot, but instead it was blocked, and the Crunch control it. Woodbury, though, again to Irvine. Nice give and go. Orff, the foot save, but it's in the net. Orff, in frustration, has to watch it go in after he makes the initial save.
Wichita got the mini counterattack right there as the ball broke back in. Terry Woodbury got a step. He's a defender, but he's a great scorer. Woodbury slides it in front. And look, Orff did well to get to the ball against a great scorer like Dale Irvine. He slowed it down, but he's not going to keep it out of the net. And for the 7th game in a row, it looks like Irvine will be the Wings' top scorer.
4 points tonight for Irvine, 2 goals. And now it's 11-6, 12:56 left in the 4th quarter. A 5-point game, and suddenly 12:56 is looking like an eternity for the Cleveland Crunch, and that's why we've yet to see Gary Henley, the Crunch coach, smile tonight. He's seen too much this year in the NPSL. Sean Medved puts it forward to Mark Thomas. Thomas in the corner. He's marked by Ingy. Trying to get it back out to Medved. Eichmann intervenes, but Medved wins the ball back. Now Medved in traffic. Blocked by Eichmann. Ingy sweeps it away. Eichmann now knocked around by Carbonero. Nice move by Eichmann. Shows why he was part of the U.S. national team in 1990. And now Eichmann with a foul on Tanner.
You know why this has been a great game today? Here's Eichmann. He's played in the World Cup. He's one of the best offensive players in America, hustling like crazy on defense. I mean, they are giving their bodies up. Now, you saw it was fairly dangerous the way Tommy Tanner went down.
All right, let's see Gary Henley's reaction to this. Well, Gary Henley, I think surprised perhaps that it was not a penalty perhaps, because that was a very high tackle. And now Henley comes out to check on his player, Tommy Tanner. So Eichmann.
Jesus.
Same way.
The pain there of Tommy Tanner. And you hear.
In the argument right now, Kim Rundfeld stepped in, the Wings captain, and said,
"Come on.
Do you think he did it on purpose?" And the answer is no. This is a hard-fought game. I feel for Tommy Tanner. Watch as it happens when he comes in. What does Eichmann do wrong here? Well, he's coming from behind. They don't like that he came through. Well, he caught him right on the leg, which is obviously very dangerous. The ball is already gone.
Play with that one.
Not only did he come in from behind, but he came in awful high.
Let's see what momentum's going for us with them.
You see Henley talking about the momentum. Tanner in pain on the bench.
Out next time.
And now the Cleveland Crunch with the ball on the restart. Chipped in the box, headed away by Reichart. Now Eichmann with a bicycle getting forward. Henderson trying to get to it, but Schlotthauer intervenes. Back to Orff. Orff, the outlet. Karich trying to get it over to Marinero. Intercepting was Rundfeld, and that's why he may be in position for the Wings player of the game so far.
How would you like to keep your favorite lure in the strike zone without recasting? Introducing the original Glide Back Hydro Glide. Its patent-pending hydrodynamic design allows a fisherman's favorite lure or live bait to fish depths and distances other lures can't reach. It continually travels away from the fisherman, maneuvering under and around docks, overhangs, and other obstructions. The Hydro Glide can suspend your lure where fish hide, allowing you to continually tantalize the fish. This Hydro Glide technology allows the average fisherman to get professional results by providing constant resistance in any direction to aid in hook setting. And for you ice fishermen, how would you like to fish the entire perimeter of the pond from a single spot? Stop casting and let the Glide Back Hydro Glide put your lure where the big fish hide in both salt and fresh waters. Call 1-800-858-4665, Department 108, or send $19.95 plus $3.95 shipping and handling to Hydro Glide, P.O. Box 216, Hotchkiss, Colorado, 81419.
Ouch.
So what happened? If there's any luck for it going high, I think it caught him up in the groin rather than the knee right there. If it would have been the knee, you're out for a year. He's been bothered by a groin injury, though, so it's not a good situation. He's been plagued by that for the last 10 to 12 games. As you can see, Tommy Tanner is in a lot of pain. You know, I hate to say that's what makes the game great tonight, but you've seen Karich and Marinero, two brilliant offensive players, working that hard on defense. Eichmann doing the same thing for Wichita.
Karich, meantime, trying to get it crossed into the middle of the Medved, but Reichart intervenes. Now Henderson ahead to Eichmann. Marinero's on him. Marinero steals it away neatly. Over to Medved. Cranks it, fires off the glass. The ricochet Medved unwittingly actually almost got another shot off. Eichmann now. He's in traffic, and he is fouled by Marinero. And that could be retaliatory in nature. One can only speculate, but it certainly stands to reason.
There goes Hector Marinero with the elbow on the replay. You can see, and you're absolutely right. He's paying him back for the tackle that was taken a little bit earlier on Tommy Tanner. Hector Marinero. Hector and the Wings have gone around and around. Terry Rowe, who played Dayton a little earlier. These two guys had the great ice bag incident. Yes. If Hector would have caught him with that elbow, it would have been 2 minutes.
Hector knows all about that. Used to be a defender. This is Irvine. Crosses the midfield stripe. With 11:17 left in the fourth quarter. The Crunch lead the Wings 11-6, but the intensity continues to go up a notch as the time goes down. We have a foul coming up on Cleveland, a free kick for the Wichita Wings. Tim Bartrow is in as he replaces Tommy Tanner. So free kick coming up here for the Wichita Wings. It's Irvine and Rundfeld over the ball. Rundfeld with a captain's band on. It looks like he will take it. Rundfeld gets it out to Irvine. Fires off the goalpost. Now the Crunch trying to come upfield. Fernandez put into the plexiglass. Beto comes up with it. Now over to Runfed. Runfed cranks in traffic. It's in the net. A three-pointer for Kim Runfed. It's in the net. And now we see Tim Bartrow and Otto Orff going at it. And keep in mind they're on the same team. Emotion, frustration, yes. Runfed with what we believe is a three-pointer. Indeed a three-pointer.
All right, Otto Orff right now. Here comes Kim's long shot. It bounces into the goal for a three. Otto Orff has taken so many shots all night. Otto Orff feels he's done his job, and he let his defender, Tim Bartrow, know about it. Hey, it's a one-goal game with almost 11 minutes to play.
11-9. Did you get up? Did you leave? Shame on you. This is what's happened. The Wings are back into it. Long ball upfield. Chris Pete backstops it. So, indeed, a two-point game, a one-goal game in effect. And Orff, you saw the frustration. Where is the momentum now? It may be in Wichita's camp. The next few minutes could tell. Coming upfield is Woodbury. He is dumped by a lobby. And again, it's Wichita that's fighting for the home field advantage, but Cleveland needs the win. Nothing is guaranteed for Cleveland right now. They have not clinched a playoff berth. Top four teams make it. They're only in fourth place by 2. Irvine on the shot. The ricochet comes out to Beto. Again, cranking from three-point distance was Runfed. The ricochet comes out to midfield. Long ball upfield to a lobby. Nassim. And we're seeing a lot of bumping and pushing going on, and a foul coming up on the Wichita, rather the Cleveland Crunch, so free kick for the Wichita Wings.
That's turf down, not ice, guys. It's not hockey, but they're boarding, they're cross-checking. If somebody gets a stick, we're in real trouble out here.
Chris Pete doesn't need one as he ventures into midfield. Pete challenged, and it was that challenge that forced him to make the errant pass to Tim Tima. And then Tima returns the favor to Woodbury. Now Henderson. Henderson lets it off the boards, trapped down by Beto. Baron Holloman. Runfed. Eddie Henderson. Woodbury. Double jitter steps. Now cuts. Woodbury now. Sean made a nice, clean, sliding tackle. Carriage now weaves around Henderson. And then Henderson gets right back into the thick of things. As the Crunch look to come upfield. You see the midfield that Carriage has to work with. This is the Z-Man coming downfield. Dumps into the corner. You see what Chris Pete has to face in the corner with Hector Marinero pestering him. Tima intervenes at the yellow line, but the Wings are able to come up with it. This is Eddie Henderson. Henderson on the run. He's got right guard in the corner. Right guard puts it around the board, but Orff is able to control it. Now Orff, the other way it goes. And now all wrapped up is Velasco and Carriage. And Velasco gets the foul.
That's a smart professional foul. Arturo Velasco did not want Carriage one-on-one with him. Best thing to do, grab him high and pull him down.
But he did it in such a way that he did not draw the penalty because Eddie just yanked him down. A 2-minute penalty and a shootout's coming there. That's the term professional foul because he knew what he had to do within the limits of the referee. On the restart, in the corner, the back heel, and it goes right to Chris Pete. Now Pete watches the traffic clear out. The underhanded pass upfield to Reichard. Look at Reichard sneaking through traffic with Carbonero. And you see Carbonero and Reichard wheeling around, and finally the whistle. And a foul on Reichard as he was shoving Carbonero, won the ball back. The Crunch control, Slothauer. 8:46 left. This is a one-goal game, my friends. 11-9. The Wings lead. Make it the Crunch lead. The Wings trying to come back. Pete, the outlet to Eichmann. The tension is building here. You're going to see tighter marking. You're going to continue to see the pushing and shoving. But as we just saw with Arturo Velasco, who just had the ball, you're not going to see the stupid foul, or you shouldn't. Velasco. And the Wings, who have been patient all game, can continue to be patient. 8:11 left. Back to Beto now. Chris Pete. Pete chips it upfield in the corner to Eichmann. Eichmann turns and fires. It's too high. And it goes over the glass. A one-goal game indeed. It's because of the scoring system. A 2-point goal would equalize this one. A 3-point, that's beyond 50 feet, the yellow line, would put him ahead. And a shootout would inch him ever closer. The Wings are getting closer. The Crunch leading the Wichita Wings 11-9. Don't you dare go away. It's the fourth quarter. 7:59 left.
Can't get enough of America's first World Cup? You will in Soccer America. How about our national team and the Olympics? Soccer America delivers.
I've been reading Soccer America ever since I went head-to-head against Pelé back in the 70s. I like Soccer America because it profiles personalities. It reports on the pro, college, women's, and international scenes, and focuses on the very pulse of soccer in America.
Call toll-free to learn more about Soccer America, the USA's only national soccer weekly. 18 issues, just $19.94. Call 1-800-453-6500 now.
There are 13 teams in the National Professional Soccer League, but they only wear one brand of gear, Patrick. The NPSL is a league of fast-paced, exciting soccer, and the stars of the NPSL demand only the best. Whether it's Patrick jerseys, shorts, bags, warm-ups, shin guards, sandals, or shoes. So play like the pros of the NPSL and soccer players around the world. Insist on Patrick at your local sporting goods or soccer store. Patrick, the official supplier of the NPSL.
First edition, all new Pacific's 1993 Premier Edition National Professional League trading cards. A complete set, 110 super high gloss cards featuring players from all 13 teams. Order this Premier Edition collector set today. Only $12.95, including shipping and handling, for all the action, all the stats, and all your favorite soccer stars. Order your official NPSL 110 card set now by calling toll-free 1-800-551-2002. Only $12.95. Visa and MasterCard accepted. Allow 4 to 6 weeks delivery. These cards are a kick.
We're back in Cleveland, where the Crunch ahead of the Wichita Wings 11-9. The Wings now only down by essentially one goal with 7:59 left in this fourth quarter. Yes, time is running out on this game. That's why the plot continues to thicken. As Otto Orff, who has faced his share of shots tonight, the goalkeeper for the Cleveland Crunch, 36 shots on goal by the Wichita Wings. It's made for a long night for Otto Orff, and I think the face says, why aren't we farther ahead after I've been able to stop this many shots?
What are we watching for right now? Cleveland's defenders are back on their heels a little bit. They've had this game. They went to the fourth quarter up 11-4. This is a team that doesn't lose when they're ahead at home. Watch them, though, as they settle back in defensively. The Wichita Wings are attacking as they've done all game, and the Cleveland players right now, you get that mentality after a couple go in. Uh-oh, is something else bad going to happen? Instead of, well, Otto will make the save again because he's done it all night.
And the Wings, to their credit, have been patient, down at 1.9-2 at the half. And now they're right back in this 11-9. And as we said throughout, no one's ever out of an NPSL game. Orff chips it upfield, trapped out by Kerich. Now Marinero, you see the big guns back on the carpet for the Crunch. We're going to have a kick in. A nice future Otto Orff, perhaps. Has to work on the arm a little bit to be like Otto Orff, but clearly a good save. Again, when you're attending NPSL games, you almost have to play it a little bit like a goalkeeper. Keeps you into the game. I caught a ball the other night at the All-Star game.
Proud of you.
I am very proud of it. It's never happened to me before. The Crunch, Kerich facing the wrath of Rundfed. And a foul on Rundfed, so a free kick coming up for the Cleveland Crunch. You look at Chris Pete.
Now he's going to be fresh. He hasn't had a lot of action down in his head.
Chance to get his win back as he will now have to deal with a Kerich free kick, perhaps, from the yellow line. Struck. Pete has to make the save. Kerich got the foot on it he wanted, and you saw what Pete had to do.
Irvine and Rundfed are two brave guys. They stood there, let the ball bounce off them, so it's slow to the point where Pete could make the save. But they stood there, faced a Zoran Kerich shot that's going to come 80 or more miles an hour.
Good chance to see what a guy like Chris Pete and Otto Orff, for that matter, face all night long. Kim Rundfed. Rundfed again. The shot goes across the box, and now Medved trying to bring it out. Goalkeepers don't need the caffeine. Woodbury through midfield. He launches one off the glass above the goal. The ricochet comes out to Kim Rundfed, the Danish Dynamite. Rundfed fires, and it's blocked by Marinero, and that means we're going to have a kick in. out front on the part of the Wichita Wings.
We haven't seen it a lot tonight because these skillful teams have kept the ball in play. Gary Hindley's team, great skillful players. Roy Turner's the same for Wichita. But when a ball's deflected out, it comes back to where it was blocked. This is another NPSL innovation that makes for great scoring because you put the ball back in a dangerous spot instead of over on the boards.
Dangerous indeed as the Wings get to work it from out front. Run fed as Woodbury to the right, Irvine to the left. Bento in the box. Irvine takes a shot. Beto's there at the doorstep. Now Holloman turns and fires in the half volley, but can't get it crisply. And Orff comes up with it. Now the outlet to Marinero. Off the boards, trailing this Karich. He can't get the shot. Karich now puts it back to Medved. He cranks and fires, and he sends that one to the gateway.
You just saw Cleveland's offense right there. Otto Orff throws the ball as long as he can to either Karich or Marinero, who bangs it to the other guy. That's what they want to do. They're not panicking either. The Wings didn't panic and have crawled back in. Cleveland content to play their game. That's good offense. Those are three players. Otto Orff, long to Marinero, back to Karich, and they just misfired.
Chris Pete with the cartoon-like outfit as he surveys the field with referee Steve Siomas. It'll be Pete that'll put this goal kick at play. His Wings down by 2, and a pensive Gary Hindley, the thinker. Pete on the carpet to Velasco. It's fourth quarter here, 11-9. What's going to give in this classic battle between offense and defense? Really, it's just been a classic battle between two highly skilled teams. That's what we've seen on the carpet tonight. That's what we expect down the stretch. Eichmann to Engie. Now to Velasco. The Wings. Great ball control tonight. Now they'll try to work it more and finish more shots. Eichmann has Reichart cutting. He lets the put it back to Velasco. Velasco's under pressure. Engie. Engie now gets it in the corner to Reichart. Ricochet to Holloman. He has a goal tonight. Holloman trying to knife through Carbonero. Carbonero gets the steal. Reichart pokes it away. Back to Engie. Engie now up top to Eichmann. Blocked by Schlauhauer out to get it as Orff. Meantime, Schlauhauer is called for a foul as the fans try to rally the crunch.
Oh, if the Wings had Chico Borja, they have so many weapons. They need to put Rundved up on the ball now, which takes his powerful shot out if Cleveland's honest in the wall. He's going to have Woodbury to his right side for the powerful left, or Irvine to his left. He's going to go, no, now they're going to put Irvine down at the post. Watch Dale breaking to the corner and see if Kim can find him.
Three-man wall, Rundved puts it into the wall. The ricochet comes out to Eichmann. Eichmann having trouble with the ricochet and Tim Bartrow all over him. And a foul and a free kick coming up for the Wichita Wings in the crunch half of midfield. Into the corner goes for Dale Irvine. He has a goal tonight. Out to Rundved. Cranks and fires. Excellent block by Lalabi, who's done it all on both ends. Pete comes flying out. He's at midfield. What control to get it over to Woodbury in traffic. Now Woodbury trying to come upfield. Fires a shot. It's in the net. Tie game. Woodbury went through it like it was New York traffic, like a cab driver, and he fires a shot, and it's in the net.
That's why the Wichita Wings are never out of a game. Look at Terry Woodbury. Great skill. He's strong. He's physical, and he has a lethal left-footed shot. The Wings 4 and 5 when they go to the fourth quarter behind. 11 for Cleveland starting the quarter. You would assume that the crunch is in good shape. We're tied. Terry Woodbury, the All-Star. He was injured in Hong Kong. Had he not been injured against Brazil when the United States team went over there, the U.S. may well have won the goal. He got kicked in the eye and had to miss 3 games.
Crunch 11, Wings 11. Boy, do we have a game. Don't you dare go away. Back with more after this.
If you've ever struggled with a handheld trimmer, you'll love this revolutionary new kind of trimmer on wheels. Just look how easy it rolls on those 2 big wheels and glides in any direction on this front-mounted mobile. It's perfect for trimming around rocks, along fences, buildings, sidewalks, and in all those hard-to-reach corners. The new DR is also a mower. It cuts tall grass, waist-high weeds, even wet grass and rough areas with never-before ease. There's no steel blade to bend or dull. You'll just love what the DR trimmer mower can do for you and your property. A big color catalog is just $2. Call toll-free 1-800-238-3100. That's 1-800-238-3100 for your big color catalog all about the revolutionary DR trimmer on wheels.
You look at the banners, you see that Wright State has made it into the NCAA playoffs, and that's the April Madness of the NCAAs. Or the March Madness, for that matter, of the NCAAs. But April Madness is NPSL playoffs, and that's what these two teams are all about tonight. Two playoff caliber teams battling out on the carpet, and we have a tie game as a result. Two teams with different goals at this stage of the season. The Wings concerned with the home field advantage. The Crunch concerned with the playoffs as a whole. And the Crunch trying to get back at this game they once controlled. Karich and Rundved go at it. Karich works on Rundved, draws the foul, and now the free kick coming up for the Crunch. And this is where the Crunch are so deadly.
Karich loves the intimidation factor. He'll shoot into the wall.
Karich sends it. Goes off the crossbar. Now on the half volley, Fernandez. It's cleared out by Rundved. Otto Orff comes streaking out. He has to trap it and send it high into the night. Headed forward by Medved. Now Beto has it for the Wichita Wings. Dave Johnson along with Dave Phillips in Cleveland. We have a tie game. Crunch and Wings. Irvine gets free. He goes down as the foul on Tima, and a free kick coming up here for the Wings as Tima says, I didn't do much.
Watch orange number 2, Terry Woodbury, with a strong left-footed shot. They're going to try to find him up high.
He's up high. In the corner is Irvine. Beto next to Irvine. You see Beto directing traffic. Medved and Thomas for that wall. Irvine, it's lofted over instead to Rundved. Rundved has to trap it down with Tima on him. Puts it into the corner, goes off the referee. Rundved fires the rocket, and it goes off Tim Tima. Steve C. almost points it out, and it'll be a free kick again for the Wichita Wings. Well, the last time these two teams met, guess what happened? It was a one-goal game, 14-12. Cleveland beating Wichita in Wichita. Here we are in Cleveland. We have a tie game. But we still have plenty of regulation left. 4:41 left. Irvine goes in the corner. Orff has to stop it point blank. Again, Orff called on to make a nifty save. The Crunch cleared out of their own defensive third. Woodbury is back as Marinero and him go at it, but Pete will come up with it. The crowd here, you can sense the tension. No one's going to the concession stand now. Pete, long ball upfield, Orff fields it. He's got the gun. He uses it. He fires. Looking for Marinero, but Woodbury heads it down.
In a lot of ways, it's poetic that we're tied because both teams have played exactly the games they've wanted to.
Holloman breaks free. Holloman to Irvine. Irvine gets around the Medved challenge, fires a shot. Medved gets the block. Now Medved goes to retrieve the ball. Tima tries to put it back to Orff, almost puts it to Beto. Now Irvine the header. Orff has to climb and grab it, and like a ballerina, he dances and snares it.
Again, Orff wants to go long. This is Cleveland's game. Wichita's game has been the other way.
You look at this save. They call this a Texas leaguer in baseball. He has to climb to grab that. Tense moment, perhaps. The Wichita Wings facing yet another set piece on the part of the Cleveland Crunch. And now Steve Seamus is explaining 15 feet, exactly what that is. Karich stands over the ball. Over to Marinero, look out. Then he fires a shot. It's off the glass. The bicycle kick. Bicycle kick a la Hector Marinero. And now the outlet to Reichert. Reichert out front to Eichmann. Nice sliding tackle. Reichert keeps it alive, though. Now Carbonero.
Well, the difference here in this bicycle kick is it's not Hector Marinero, the leading scorer, taking, although Timmy Bartro was pretty close for Cleveland.
And Roy Turner sees no amusement in that. Gary Hinley, he remembers when it was 9-2, and that seems like yesterday for his team, as they now are tied 11-11.
You will see both teams play the same style those last 3 minutes that they played the first part of the game. Cleveland will throw it long in the Wichita third. Hope to get Karich and Marinero free. The Wings will have that build up and take more shots.
The Wings, Eichmann now controls it. Eichmann long ball upfield, and it'll go to Otto Orff, the Crunch goalkeeper. 2:55 left. What's going to break here? 11-11 the score. The Crunch and Wings. Who's going to blink first? That's what this crowd at the CSU Convention Center, the Convocation Center, is waiting to see. Out front to Thomas. Now this is a lobby. Bartro centers it. And right there is Velasco to put it back to Chris Pete.
That's not Cleveland's scoring line. Wichita's not worried with those guys out there. That's not who's going to put it in the net. Conversely, this probably isn't the group that's going to score for Wichita.
Fernandez handles a troublesome ball, flying in his column, and we're going to whistle as Orff pretty much had control of it, but that is what happens when 2:20 is left in the game and Holloman sees a bit of daylight.
They're playing hard.
No question there. Orff now looking to put it downfield. Karich. Now we're going to foul coming up on Velasco. Free kick for the Cleveland Crunch. It'll be Karich again to stand over it. The Wings have to get 15 feet back. Marinero will go to the left, Fernandez to the right. Bartro and Tima will flank the goal. And now this Crunch fan is set by tension. The fans now release that tension in the form of cheers. Karich fires a shot. It goes into the wall. And now we're going to get...
They're going to call a handball on Velasco blocking it. This is... Look at Roy Turner climbing the bench for Wichita. This is very unusual to get a call like this in that position that could well decide a game. This is going to be a big-time call. Did he or didn't he on purpose? Velasco goes down. From that angle, it's tough to tell. It doesn't look like it.
But he did step forward to block it, and maybe that's what the call is about. He went down on low angle. You see it. He goes down in a crouched position, and he looks in that position a bit like a goalkeeper.
What they may have called is encroachment, that he didn't give the full 15 feet. That's what they're going to call. It's encroachment or unsportsmanlike conduct on Velasco. He didn't back up the full 15 feet for the kick. So, no shootout, but for the remaining 2 minutes, Cleveland will go 5-on-4 on the power play. Wichita's penalty killers are very good. They kill 75%, second best in the league. The Crunch's power play is good 40% of the time. That's fifth best. But obviously, you want the man advantage. Cleveland's in good shape right now.
Cleveland in excellent shape right now with 2:05 left in this game. In effect, they almost have a power play for the remainder of regulation with a tie game 11-11. If they cannot score on this power play, and this game does go into the overtime, it could say a lot for the momentum. But right now we have here and now to deal with, and that is Zoran Karich on a free kick again. And this time the wall features Eddie Henderson. You look at Gary Henley, continues the pace. He's gone from a stoic pose to a pacing situation all day, and with good reason. Karich now stands over it. He's got Marinero. Instead, the Fernandez is in the net.
The BBC, Turner Broadcasting, and Time Life Video dare you to take a walk on the wild side with Trials of Life, the gripping, award-winning nature video series that exposes the struggle to survive through uncensored, shocking photography. Join acclaimed naturalist David Attenborough for our close encounter with raw nature as you've never seen it before. Violent footage shows you the life and death struggle to survive in a harsh and brutal world. The quest for food, the thrill of the hunt, and the strategy of the kill. The battle for supremacy, the relentless drive to continue the bloodline, and the miracle of birth. Trials of Life is a first-hand account of the struggle to survive in a savage, untamed environment. Call this toll-free number now to receive Hunting and Escaping for $9.99. You'll see up close why the law of the jungle is kill or be killed. Try Hunting and Escaping. If it captures your interest, you can get other videos about every other month. Each tape explores the harsh realities of survival in the animal world. Trials of Life is a video series that will change the way you look at nature and yourself. People magazine calls Trials of Life visually stunning. Entertainment Weekly says Trials of Life is one of the liveliest nature shows ever. See the deadly art of survival in the wild in Trials of Life. Some scenes may not be suitable for younger viewers. Take a walk on the wild side with Trials of Life. Call now to order Hunting and Escaping for $9.99 and find out why we call them animals.
To order your Trials of Life, call 1-800-544-6644 or send $9.99 plus $3.23 shipping and handling to Trials of Life, Grand Central Station, P.O. Box 5294, Department H-402, New York, New York 10163.
He was the hero last time. scoring a goal to put him ahead after the Wings tied it. He scored the game winner in overtime. George Fernandez again. It's his first point of the night, but it puts Cleveland in front. What does Roy Turner think on the set piece? He's got Marinero covered. He's fine, right? He's fine. They're yelling, watch Hector. They didn't watch Fernandez.
Well, they watched Hector, but not Fernandez. As we set up that play for you, we mentioned where Marinero was, and Carrick said, no, we've tried that tonight twice. And he elected to go to that man right there, George Fernandez. And the Crunch with a power play goal go ahead 12-11. But this game is not over with 2:02 left in the fourth quarter. It's still a one-point game.
We should go six attacker defense, huh?
Let's go to Gary Hindley and see what his strategy is at this point.
I'll go on the right. Mark on top. Leave in the back, man. I don't know about Mark, though. Yeah? Yeah, but I want you to win the ball up here this time. You better win it this time. If we have a free kick into here, Z comes in for us, okay? Or we can hold it. That's fine. You be the next one. Also, you're the change for these two. You're the change for these two on the flank.
Like this kind of drama? Well, next week we will be in Canton, Ohio, just down the pike, and the Invaders will take on the Attack of Kansas City. The Invaders looking to play the role of the spoiler of the Attack, part of that National Division playoff mix. Next Saturday, Sunday, check your local listings.
The Wings are down by a point. Here's what Roy Turner's done. He's put Dale Irvine, a forward, in the goalkeeper shirt. He's not going to play in the goal. He'll come up front. The Wings will have an extra man to pressure the goal. The Wings have done this 12 times this year. They've outscored the opposition 28-15 when they've done it. 4 times they've tied games using this strategy, the 6th attacker. Again, that's why Wichita's in first place. They have so many weapons regardless of the situation of the game.
Speaking of weapons, Marinero almost stole it away from Irvine, but here comes Woodbury again. The Wings, as Woodbury sends it into the seats. The Wings down by 1 here, 12-11, a minute 46. As you saw Gary Hindley on the bench, his team is not celebrating by any stretch of the imagination. Oddly enough, with teams at even strength, it can be all or nothing for Cleveland.
Terry Woodbury's face right there said it all. He's not panicking. The Wings have scored so many points in this situation. They're calm. In fact, they think they're going to score when they pull the goalkeeper.
Or looking upfield. Long outlet. Header by Marinero. Now Kirich. Kirich flicks it to Tima. Tima sends it into the air. Irvine. Maybe he does have a future as a goalkeeper. Handles that well in traffic. Woodbury now with a minute 25 left. Stolen away. Irvine's got to get down. He does. As he's sliding tackle away from Carbonero. Meantime, Marinero trying to get it through midfield. Run fed. And I think they're going to get him for a handball. And that was all that stood in the way of a Marinero goal, perhaps, from midfield.
This gives Cleveland the shootout. Did he or didn't he? Kim Rundfed trying to stop Hector Marinero. His long shot from midfield. Rundfed knew right then. Clint Carbonero leaving nothing left. He left it all on the carpet. Rundfed goes up, and I think he's guilty. But Rundfed knew with Marinero taking the shot, if he didn't do it, it was in the net. So it's a shootout now.
I'll tell you, he did what he had to do, though. He didn't make it look so obvious. Made it look like it was incidental. Now, here we go, folks. 12-11, the Crunch lead the Wichita Wings. This is a repeat of the All-Star game. Hector Marinero against Chris Pete, 1-on-1. Pete comes out, Marinero fires, it's in the net.
Now the key. Cleveland still has a man advantage. They lead by 2. The Wings would tie it with a 2-point goal, but the Wings no longer have the 6th attacker. It's the 5th attacker. They have to pull the goalkeeper just to stay even. This is a tough situation.
Crunch time here in Cleveland. The Crunch responding. As you see Marinero, here comes Pete out. This is how he stopped him.
Chris Pete wants to come out and cut the angle. Against Hector Marinero, you have very, very little margin for error.
We showed this at the top of our broadcast, and that's the exact repeat, the exact scenario. This time, though, Marinero was able to get it into the net, as opposed to the last time in the All-Star game when it went off the woodwork. So Hector Marinero putting the Crunch ahead now by 2 points, 13-11. Dave Phillips is heading down to the carpet. We'll have his reaction after the game, but this game still has 1:14 left. Coming upfield is Woodbury, the fifth attacker, if you will. Again, the wings a man down. Goes into the seats, and there'll be a goal kick coming up for Otto Orff. So we'll get a reaction on the field after the game to this very intense game. This is Roy Turner, the head coach of the Wichita Wings. He still has a timeout to play with, as does Gary Hindley. And that may come into play with this game still so tight, 1:03 left. And again, of course, the power play, the Wings will have to kill off for the remainder of this regulation. Otto Orff, he's got 5 seconds to work with it. He'll use it. We're under a minute left. Long outlet upfield. It's loose, but Beto is back. Gets it over to Woodbury. And now we're going to get a foul jumping in on Bartro. So a free kick coming up for the Wichita Wings. 49 seconds left. 13-11 the score. It only takes one strike by a Wichita player in this game is back time. Yamansky, fresh legs on the carpet for Wichita. To Woodbury, 38 seconds left. Woodbury at the yellow line. Fires a shot. Tima, a good block. But hustling and trapping was Eichmann. Now this is Irvine. Irvine looking to come up. Franks fires. It's loose in traffic again. 22 seconds left. The clock no longer Wichita's friend. Franks again. The ricochet off the rear boards. Orff controls. 17 seconds left. And now I think the Crunch want a timeout. They do indeed want a timeout. So the Crunch have called a timeout. That gives Otto Orff a chance to restart things. Another 5 seconds to work with. And 11 seconds left on the clock. So why don't we see what's on Gary Hindley's mind? We go into the huddle of the Cleveland Crunch as Hindley makes a couple of last-minute notes. Makes a couple last-minute notes, and now he will prepare to address his troops.
All right, we play it. You need a guy on both sides.
Don't make too forward taking. Don't make it go forward because you're not falling.
The other thing, don't hit here. It's got to be.
Everybody just fucking.
It's got to be thrown into the corner. Okay, take your 5. Hector, let Z fight for the ball in the corner. Be down into here. All right, you go.
All right. Gary Hindley.
5 seconds left. When he has the throw.
Right. We need it up, but we need it in.
Down here. They got no.
There's Ron.
Otto, keep it in play up top. If you have to foul Woodbury, foul. Don't worry.
Well, what Gary Hindley said, it makes sense, of course. Orff has 5 seconds to work within the box. 11's remaining on the clock. He wants Orff to put it into the corners, and he's got his big guys up at the other end of the field in the Wings defensive third, Karich and Marinero. Basically, Hindley scripted out the way to kill 11 seconds and get the heck out of Dodge with a 2-point victory. So now Orff wants to make sure everything is lined up because an error here would send the game into overtime. This is Woodbury, the 6th attacker for the Wichita Wings. Although that should be deleted, 5th attacker is Wings try to kill off a power play. It's put back to Otto Orff, and we're going to get a foul from behind on the part of Eichmann at Gamer as he came sliding in because he wanted to try to prevent the pass back to Otto Orff. But they also lost a lot of time in that exchange. 4 seconds, 7 seconds they lost. 4 seconds remain on the clock. 13-11. The Crunch lead the Wings, and they've got to work on that clock because that could not have used 7 seconds, and that's what they've got to go over and straighten out. That would have been the longest exchange from a defender or a goalkeeper. Now they're working on it to get up to 9 seconds. That looks a little bit more like it. Either way, it doesn't help Wichita's cause. Either way, Cleveland gets another chance to do what they just tried to do, and barring the miraculous, they'll be able to accomplish that. Reminder, tonight's NPSL Game of the Week is intended for the sole use of Sports Channel America and its viewing audience. Any rebroadcast or reproduction without express written consent of the NPSL, Sports Channel America, or Veris Media Services is strictly prohibited. You see now 9 seconds on the clock. 48 seconds remain on the penalty, but that's not the important time. So now Orb will wait to receive this again, and now the whistle, and Eichmann steps in again, but this time Orb has it. He's got 5 seconds to work with. He's going to use it, launch it downfield, and my friends, that should do it.
Timmy, we'll straighten that out later. Don't have words with it now, okay? I'm sorry about that.
You see the...
I don't. Great game. That's too bad they try to lose it like that. I'm sorry about that. Sorry it had to end like that. Yeah,
that's nothing we can do. It was such a good game. Hey, Gary, what can we all do?
Yeah, I know.
All right, good luck.
Yeah, but I don't. The game's too good for that to happen like that. I'm sorry, man.
And I know you encroached a bit, but with 2
Gary
minutes.
Henley and Dale Irvine discussing the game as the Crunch applaud their fans, as do the Wings. And the Wings continue the discussion with Steve Siomas and company. I don't think they were pleased with the way the game ended, with a few whistles being blown and future arbiters, perhaps. Tim Runvet pleading the case, but the case is over as the Crunch defeating the Wichita Wings tonight 13-11. But what this shows here on the face of Tim Runvet, the emotions that ran so high in this game as reflected in the score. And now we go down on the field for Dave Phillips, along with likely to be disappointed coach Roy Turner. Dave?
We're with the Wichita Wings head coach Roy Turner. Roy, your team, I thought, executed the game plan. I know you wanted to play. You outshot Cleveland and dominated. They got a couple of lucky goals early. Are you bitterly disappointed?
Yeah, I thought we should have won the game. They had 2 deflections, got behind 5-0. We get behind 9-0, and then we started to come back. And then some of the decision for encroachment in the last minute. This is a game that us decided on the field. I'm just so disappointed. I thought we deserved to. Congratulations to Cleveland, great team. I'm glad Cleveland won in their city, but this is ridiculous.
Roy, your team is still in first place. You showed you have great come-from-behind character. You guys, will you take that and now head into your next game thinking that you can win in any building under any circumstances?
Well, we always think we can win, Dave, and it was very hard to convince the guys 9-0. Don't worry, we'll get them, we'll come back. But, you know, when this goes on and they do all that and then things like that happen, it's very hard to convince them. That's going to be my job tonight.
All right, Roy, thanks very much. Wings fall 13-11 to Cleveland. What a comeback. What a great game again between these two superb teams.
Again, a great game, and hard to tell the two teams apart. And again, I think the face of Roy Turner said it all. I think he's ready to coach another matchup between the Crunch and Wichita Wings. Who knows? Maybe it will happen again. That's all for Dave Phillips. I'm Dave Johnson saying goodnight from Cleveland with a final score, the Crunch 13, the Wings 11. Join us next Sunday when the Canton Invaders host the Kansas City Attack on the NPSL Game of the Week on Sports Channel America. Check your local listings. So long, everyone.